Yo, yo, what's up, everyone? All right, so hopefully, this is all working now. It took me forever to get this thing all set up, as it always does with these live streams. But I saw Beaks on TikTok saying do face reveal. What's up? It's really me. All right, guys. So we're streaming to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X today. So if you guys have any questions on any of those platforms, feel free to ask away. I should be able to see everyone's questions via the chat that I got hooked up. Painfully so, but it's working now. I'm gonna pour my little energy drink in here. Didn't get it cooled before the stream, so we got it on ice today. All right. I mean, I think the chat's working. Should be working. Let's see. That's good. Does it need to be on the same thing? Might be. It might need to be open. Yo, if you guys can hear me on Instagram, just give me a say hi so I can see that the chat's working or not. Hopefully it is working. Yo, it's working. Okay, cool. Zeta, I see you, man. I see you. Josh says hi. Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up? Okay, cool. So today we have a very special unboxing. I received this last week, but I saved it for this stream so that we can unbox it together. All right. So, and as always, guys, if you have order numbers for an order that hasn't shipped, make sure you send it in chat. I'm paying attention to chat. And if you drop your order number in chat, we can I'll hook you up with a free gift. You can see that little free gift right there. All right. So let me put on some. Oh shoot, that's gonna be streaming to the PlayStation. No, we don't want that. We want to disconnect. We'll do this computer. Okay, cool. All right, so now we got a little bit of ferrofluid action as well. All right, we got a little bit of ferrofluid going on all over there. All right, cool. Yeah, man. All right, so we're gonna immediately get into this unboxing because I swear it took me 2 hours just to even get this stream going. But we're going now. We're cooking. All right, so as you can see by the box here, we're gonna be unboxing the Creator Micro V2 samples. So this I didn't, a few people said, why don't you just open it and then tape it back up and then open it on stream? But I was like, nah, that's not very authentic. And so I actually haven't opened this myself yet. So you guys are really gonna get a first look at what this looks like to open this up straight from a factory, straight from our factory. So yeah, I don't know how this unboxing is gonna go. Like, if I'm being for real with you guys, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I actually don't even know how to open these boxes half the time. If you've ever received a sample from China, you'll know that they just tape the whole thing. Like, they just tape the whole thing up. And so you never really know which way to open it because there's never a clear indication of what side the box opens from. I think it's opening from this one. I'm getting a little nervous with my energy drink here. So we're gonna move this off to the side a little bit. And check this out. All right. Wicked on Instagram is asking, how do I apply Well, we have we actually have streamer positions open right now. So you can, if you follow our broadcast channel, you'll see that there's an application that you can submit an application to be a guest streamer. I don't even think this side opens up like that. I'm not even, cut this, cut that. All right, let's give this a, something's happening. Here we go. All right. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, by the way, feel free to ask away. This is an Ask Me Anything. I'm Mike. I'm one of the founders at Work Louder. And yeah, I'd be happy to answer all your questions. Okay, so what do we got in here? All right, so this one is the Creator Micro 2 samples. And what is this one? This one, I'm not even sure what's in this one. This one's not even labeled. All right, chat. Which one are we opening? We opening the unlabeled sample box, or are we opening the labeled sample box? You want under box number 1, the Creator Micro V2 samples, under box number 2, mystery samples. And if you've never received samples from China, by the way, they always send it with this kind of tape. So Mattia and I have this joke that it's like, this tape is like the official packing tape of China, because I shit you not, every single manufacturer uses this tape and they all tape them like this. Open them. Okay, so we got her on Instagram saying the mystery box. All right, let's do mystery box first. Keyboards work well with Mac. Yes, they work with Mac, Windows, iPad, Android devices, all of the above. All right, so let's get into this mystery box. For those of you guys joining now, if you have any order numbers for existing orders, or if you place one on stream, honestly, if you place an order on stream, I might be inclined to give you a better gift. The gifts are mysteries as well. They're always a cool gift. But if you place an order on stream, you'll get extra gratitude from the founder. Not Funky on Instagram says, that's a lot of tape. Yeah, dude. They tape these things so they're like literally waterproof. And then also you just don't know where to open them from. So you end up having to cut every edge. I mean, the user experience for unboxing these things is pretty terrible, I'll tell you that. And I always tell them, I'm like, guys, just tape it on the edge that needs to be sealed. You don't need to tape the whole thing. But they do it because sometimes the couriers leave the packages out in the rain. And obviously if you leave electronics out in the rain, it gets messed up. Okay, but see, the thing is there, I actually think they didn't tape the top and they taped the bottom. I mean, this is the problem with taping a box like this, is that the person on the other side is like just cutting this whole thing up to find the edge. Okay, here we go. All right, we found it. Chat, we found it. There's the edge. Okay, so Zeta sent an order number in. Zeta, I've seen you in here pretty often though. I'm pretty sure that order number's already been taken care of. But I'll mark it down. I'll mark it down anyways. Let me just copy this over, and then toss it into a note, and then I will add it. I will add the gift after stream. Unless I can tell that it's an order from the current stream, and then I will do it on the spot and shout you out at the same time. Ryan on X says, gotta find my order number. Yeah, man, give me your order number. I'll hook you up, dude. Okay, so hold on. I gotta get back my OBS so I actually see what you guys are seeing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this turned out to also be Creator Micro V2 samples. So kind of a little bit as expected with what the entire package said. Dev over on Instagram says, "Hey Mike, I'm really excited about the unboxing. When will you announce the competition results?" So actually, we have Sophia, our social media manager, working on the next post that's going to have the top 4 submission or the top 3 keycap submissions. So those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the other week we did a collab with Womp about creating an artisan keycap. So if I, where's my thing here? I'm gonna go like that. Okay, hopefully I didn't break nothing with that. So, and is this gonna focus? It's not gonna focus. But okay, let me go click there. Now it should be in focus. So for those of you guys that don't know, we did a collab with Womp about creating an artisan keycap. So that artisan keycap would typically sit in your escape key spot. And so the bet was that we essentially bet the entire community that Mattia, that they couldn't beat Mattia, who's my co-founder at Work Louder and does all of our industrial design, that they couldn't beat Mattia at making an artisan keycap. And if they did and won the public vote, like, so no one's gonna know whose keycaps is whose, but if we do like for the competition, we're gonna do a blind vote. And if Mattia doesn't win, the person that wins is gonna get $1,000 US. And then of course we're gonna actually 3D print or resin print all of the keycaps with Womp, and then give them out to everyone that engages with the post on Instagram for free. So that's that competition. To answer your question, Dev, we haven't yet posted that post yet with the public vote, but you'll be sure to see it. You'll be sure to see it soon. I know Soph's working on it. She's actually kind of just sitting over there. I'll ask her when she takes her headphones off because I don't think she can hear me right now. All right. And for those of you that don't know, I'm like low-key addicted to ice. Like I love crunching ice. I don't know. There's something about it that I love so much. Beats on Instagram says, "I want one so bad, can't afford one." Yeah, man, it's expensive to have hobbies with cool stuff, but it's also expensive to make these things. Zeta says, "What if I put in an order number that was like, what if you put in an order number that was already given another stream?" So if you've already put in your order number, and we've already given you a free gift, it won't, like, you can't like stack gifts. So if you've already been given a gift, you've already been given a gift. If you put in an order number that's already been shipped, I also can't add a gift to an order that's already been shipped. But the way it works is the bigger your order, the bigger the order, the better the gift I put in. All right. So let's see. Lots of comments coming in. I'm gonna make it my goal this year. That's awesome, dude. AO, my pre-order code, but I'm always late on these streams. Glad I can tune into one. Sil over on Instagram. Yeah, if you toss in your order number, all you need to do is put in like the 5-digit order number, and I'll jot it down. I'll add you a free gift. What does Mattia get if he wins? If Mattia wins, bro, he's winning the $1,000. He's getting the coin. That's what he wins. So he's playing for the money too. Bro, that's crunchy. Yeah, sorry if that was a little loud on the crunch. Okay, so what's it called? Okay, so we got another comment over on TikTok saying, "Yo, love what you're doing. When's the cheaper version coming out?" So actually, this month we're gonna be working on the Creator XYZ product line. So that's gonna be our 3D printed product line. And those ones is going to be really cool. So like if you have a 3D printer at home, you're going to be able to simply 3D print. Hold on, let me switch back to this view. You're going to be able to just like simply 3D print the like the shell or the base component that holds the circuit board, and then we'll just send you the circuit board and you just plug that thing in. and then you're good to go. Alternatively, we will offer them also already 3D printed, and because it's 3D printed, we'll offer those at a lower price point. So we're still working on it, but it's a little more complicated than it seems to like make that whole like IKEA guide on how to assemble it and all that. We want the user experience to be really good for that, so we're not rushing anything on that front. Alrighty. Okay, so we got an order number here from Silboa on Instagram. Let me copy that one in. Thank you for the order number. All right. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so Sil, if we haven't shipped your order yet, I'll add that gift right after the stream. Let me get a free keyboard, gang. No shot, dude. No shot. We don't give free keyboards out. Unless you get a tattoo of us. And in that case, we have given a free keyboard out for that. What's it called? Pupper over on IG says, love your work. When's going to be the restock of the creator line? Great question. So that the creator board and the creator board XL are out of stock right now. But just like we did a V2 for the creator micro, you can expect that there's going to be a V2 for the creator board. Just we kind of have our hands full with everything that's going on. So it's coming back. It hasn't been discontinued for lack of popularity. We just want to update it so that it works with input instead of doing a rerun of the version that doesn't work with input. For those of you that don't know, Input is our configurator software that we use for the Nomad, which is this keyboard. We also use it for the Knob 1, which I'm going to be doing a stream later this week to showcase the Knob 1. What else? And Input also works with the Creator Micro V2, which if I do this, you can see right here. So yeah, this right, where is it? Down there, using my top cam. Down there is the Creator Micro V2. So this one also works with Input, so you can remap it for all like your different shortcuts. So what's cool about the V2 of the Creator Micro is that it actually comes with a joystick. So this is what you're seeing on screen here is this little joystick, and you can actually remap all of these buttons to do whatever you want. And so you can assign like a particular icon to them and then give it a name. And what's cool is like when you actually just move this joystick on the device, it'll open up a radial menu around your mouse, around the mouse on screen. So like your cursor on screen, it'll open up this radial menu on screen. And then you can just use your joystick to select the action or tool that you want. And so that's really cool because this radial menu is going to change depending on which software you're in. So it's contextual to which software you're using. So literally right on your fingertip, you're going to have these 7 tools right there. And then you'll also, sorry, I was getting a phone call. And then you'll also just be able to have all of the other keys on the device. So there's 12 keys over here. So you got your 8 here, 8, 10, 11, 12. And you can actually split this publish button if you want to like have 2 single keycaps instead of this 1 2U keycap. You can actually split it with the software so you have a single on each side. And then you can customize it with the included key set that comes with it, which is the one that you see here. And so it comes with like the blank all black key set. Like if you want that like fully stealthed out look, which I have over here on my Creator Micro. Or if you like the icons, it comes with all of these icons and including this little transparent keycap as well, like this frosted one, which looks super cool. So yeah. All right, let's try to catch up on some of these questions here and then we'll continue the unboxing. Molten said, is the free keyboard going to be delivered by you or shipped? Depends how big your tattoo is, Core. If typically, actually, if you live in Montreal, I try to do the Montreal deliveries myself. But if you live outside of Montreal, it will be shipped by our local carriers over there. Yeah, Creator Board V2 is going to be very, very cool. So how many layers? How many layers does the Creator Micro have? So the Creator Micro is by default going to have 6 available layers. So you'll have 6 available layers that can be stored all on the device. So like your micro over here, like the micro that I have, it stores all of those shortcuts on the device. So you can bring it to work and back, and you don't need to install input on both machines. You just have to have it installed on one of them. But yeah, it'll keep all of those shortcuts on it. It'll have 6 layers. And then of course you can create other profiles. So profile is essentially what contains those 6 layers. So you can have more than 6 layers, but you'll have to organize those into different profiles. But all to say, the micro is going to be able to contextually switch between your layers and your profiles even based on which software you have in focus. Moulton says on Instagram, I'm going to Toronto. Yeah, Toronto's still like a 6-hour drive. But yeah, if you want to drive to Montreal, happy to hang out, man. We even have Mattia from Italy that moved to Canada. He's actually working in the office with me, which makes it a new chapter for Work Louder, actually. All right. I'm going to let some of these comments roll in, and then we'll stop a bit later to answer the comments again too, because otherwise I'm literally never going to unbox this thing. Okay, so let me switch back to my other cam over here. No, that was okay. We'll just close this window. Okay, cool. All right, so we got the batteries. So we were actually able to increase the battery size from 1,900 milliamps to what was it? 2,100. So this sample here is still the 1900 sample, but the finished product is actually going to get benefit from the larger battery as well, because we were able to fit that one in. All right, let's continue this unboxing. So for those of you guys joining just now, we're unboxing the Creator Micro V2. So here, I'll use, since my top cam is not overly useful, what's it called? Well, I guess you guys can also see the chat again for everyone that was writing. But here, I'll just expand my window a little bit. Actually, no, that's going to block my chat. That's okay. I don't mind if you guys see the chat as well. So yeah, so what we're unboxing is the Framer Micro. So you're going to see like a little carousel of this thing kind of going by on the top. So this is what we're unboxing right now. We're unboxing the samples direct from the factory. I have not opened this package to check any of this before. So what you're seeing is like actually live. We're doing it live, folks. We're doing it live. All right. Guys, if you know me, I'm not very good at multitasking. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat as well. If I don't answer your question right away, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just terrible at multitasking. All right. So, okay. So first, all right, we got a question here, guys. So, do you have Swiss German layout? We do have a German layout on the website, like a DE layout. You might want to go check that out for the Knob One and the Nomad, because we do have a German layout on there. What's it called? Okay. Do you have to alter the firmware to accept the new battery for the Framer Micro? I don't think we do. Maybe we do. I don't know. I'm not a firmware guy. What the fuck do I know? No, that's a good question though. I should ask Davide that. I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know the actual answer to that. Okay, so what we're looking at here, I'll bring this closer. If I could learn how to do the streaming thing properly. Here we go. Is that going to focus? Okay, cool. That focuses. All right, so what you're seeing here, this is the daughter board for the Framer Micro. So this is like a smaller board that sits, actually, hold on. Okay, so we actually got some samples like a few weeks ago, and I did some streams with those a few weeks ago, but we're gonna be able to compare the samples from a few weeks ago to the samples that we're looking at today on stream. So, all right, so if I just pull off the top plate, so this is the top plate for the Framer Micro, the Pro version. You can see the anodized aluminum, so you can see it actually in the top window there, that black frame, that's what we're looking at right here. So I can actually remove this because I didn't put any screws. And this is where that daughter board is gonna sit. So this is the base. This is the base to the Framer Micro. Oh, I forgot to set up my bounce. Okay, well, I'll do that later. And if I understand my own design properly, it should just sit like that. There you go. So yeah, so it literally just plugs in right here, and that's how we're going to be able to get the USB-C port offset from where the actual circuit board is. And so the circuit board sits on top, and in the previous model, in the previous Creator Micro V2 model, or sorry, just the Creator Micro, the port for the USB was directly on the PCB for the main PCB. There was no daughter board in the original Creator Micro, and so what that meant was we had to do like a little notch in the top shell right up here so that the cable could go straight out. On the second version, we've actually modified it so that it was offset, so that the port is actually hidden. So the port is here now, right in there, not up here. So it's hidden, so now you can get like a really nice top-down view of it with no cables, no nothing. I mean, the V2 is already wireless, but if you did want to keep it plugged in, now you'll be able to keep it plugged in without having that visible cable there. It's just kind of tucked away a little bit nicer. And so there you go. So I can take that off, put that over there. So yeah, so okay, so that's the little daughter board. All right, cool. We're gonna take that, put that up here for now, and continue the unboxing. Okay, we got a lot of stuff in here. So okay, so along with that daughter board, oh man, this is really the meat here. All right, chat. Here we're getting to the meat. So this is a first look. This is a first look at the Framer Micro V2 PCB. So this is actually what it looks like. So I'll bring that a little closer there. Hold on. Let me go get my bounce for the light so you guys can see this a little better. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, all this black on black looks super cool, but it makes it a little hard to see things every once in a while. All right, so hopefully that bounce is gonna kick back some light here so we can, okay, that's better. That's a little better at least. All right, so here we go. So yeah, so you can see we got the capacitive touch sensor over there. On the V2, we actually swapped out the right-hand touch sensor for a physical button. And so that gives you that grid here, that 3x3 grid that we didn't have on the original Micro. But now it's like really great. So if you do like CAD stuff, you'll be able to get that 3x3 grid that you can emulate your numpad with over here now. And remember, all of these switches you can map shortcuts to, but it'll switch contextually based on which app you're in. So that's really cool. And this is the first time I've actually got to test out the joystick in person like this. That's actually pretty neat. So it's still missing the little nib that goes on top. So you can see in that top viewport there, if I just go back to where is it? Here we go. So yeah, you can see it's still missing this little nib that's going to make it more comfortable to put your finger on and move it, but already that it has some nice tension to it, so that it, like with the spring system inside. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. All right, all right. Let's here. I can give you guys a little bit of a closer look at that joystick. Remember, it's missing the little top component piece. But yeah, you can see it there. I'm a little bit far away from my mic. Hopefully you guys can still hear me as well. All right, there you go. All right, let's see. Let's see some questions. Guys, remember if you have an order number for any of our products, throw it in chat and I'll hook you guys up with a free gift. And if you place an order on stream, I don't know, I'll do something special. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll come up with something. You place an order, I can tell by the order number when you placed it. So if you place it while we're on stream, I'll do something special. I'll even take requests of what you want me to do on stream, but obviously it has to be within reason. Okay, I can hear you loud and clear. That's good. Wizard over on YouTube asked, "Is this the Framer Micro prototype?" It sure is, and you can tell from the Framer logo at the bottom there. So yeah, we're unboxing these prototypes. This is a first look. I haven't even seen any of this myself. This is like we're opening this box for the first time together on stream. All right, cool. Okay, so look, already I'm starting to see some differences that we got here. So this base that we just got today, is the new base. So what you're looking at here is the polycarbonate core. And so this thing is what's actually diffusing the light. So if I just keep the website open here and scroll down. So yeah, you can see like the little light ring all along the edges here. So yeah, if you look at the top viewport, you're gonna see a nice render going on with the RGB. So yeah, so what you're this kind of frosted plastic that you're seeing here is the polycarbonate core that is diffusing the LEDs from underneath. So if I were to point out the LEDs for you guys, because I know not everyone here is familiar with PCB design, they're these tiny little white components. So you can see they actually form a little square. And so what we do is we inset them. So we put them a little closer to the inside of the board as opposed to the outside. And when you combine that with a frosted plastic, like this polycarbonate core that we have here, it actually is able to diffuse the light so that you can get that nice, even light strip without any of those hot points with like where, you know, the RGB or whatever, the LED is too bright and it just creates that kind of like that bright spot and it doesn't look very diffused. That's how we are able to diffuse them, as we inset, or like we put that ring of LEDs closer to the inside so that you're actually only just getting the diffused light. Alrighty. So, okay, let's continue with the unboxing here. So, all right, so we got this here. So this one already has the screws in it. So we have 2 screw points as opposed to the single screw point on the V1. So that's going to prevent any rotation. We can see like just plopping in the circuit board, perfect fit. So the polycarbonate core for this sample is CNC'd. I think for the full production run, we're going to go with an injection mold for the core, just because it's so thin anyways that this actually would be a pretty decent part to get injection molded, and it will also reduce the cost for us because CNC is like really expensive. It's very time consuming as well. It's not scalable, but typically you can do things that you couldn't get away with a mold. But for parts that people aren't really going to be able to see or feel the difference between it, if you can do an injection mold and you can justify it with the volume, go for an injection mold. Something that you wouldn't, for instance, want to get injection molded, or that you really couldn't, would be something like this. So the base plate, you can see we have it CNC'd, where the Framer logo is actually milled into the solid block of aluminum. So this part that you see here, this black part, actually comes as like a solid block. And then there's like a drill for like, that's what CNCing is. It's like a drill, and it just goes and it kind of cuts around and drills out those parts. So that if you don't know what that process is, you can understand now why it's so time consuming, because you literally have this drill essentially like carving out all of the details inside, and even creating this rounded beveled edge over here. Like it's very time consuming to do that. But what it results in is a solid, super solid component, with no like screws needed or anything. There's no ribbing or supports that are needed as well. You can just literally carve whatever you want out of it. And it results in it being like super, super solid. So for things where you can actually like see, feel, and notice the difference, that's where we end up spending the money. I mean, not to put down injection molding, because it's so expensive as well. But CNCing is typically more like bespoke and nicer for parts like this. All right, let's continue it. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in chat. I'll do my best to answer everything that comes my way. So Core is saying, "Oh my God, I just noticed the new purple dial." Yeah, we have. If you guys didn't notice already, we have a atomic purple add-on for the dial that you can get. So that's pretty sweet if you haven't seen that one already. All right, so these ones, I think they're just additional PCBs. So we need to send some PCBs over to Davide in Italy to get the firmware up and running on it. So I'll ship those to him after. I'm just gonna put these ones on the side. All right, got those ones down there. So we slowly get in the whole product here, the whole thing. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got a bunch of like tiny components. Oh, including the little nib for the joystick. Although I think it's missing. I think there's, I literally, guys, I'm seeing this for the first time, just like you. So, yeah, I'm discovering this with you as well. So what I think we got here, it's like the little nib for the joystick, and then like the attachment. So this is the attachment that we're gonna put the soft rubber nib on, and then that's gonna go on top of the joystick. So this is 3D printed though. The finished one is gonna be injection molded. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break this trying to put this on, but let's see. Let's give this the old college try. All right. Oh, got almost all of it on. Almost. Jesus. No. Okay, I don't know if the sizing needs... Okay. Something. We got something here. So I managed to put the two pieces together. Let's try tossing this on, seeing how this feels. Oh, geez. It worked. Okay, so all of this stuff is 3D printed at the moment, so it's not going to be the prettiest looking. But this is mainly to just get an idea. Oh, that's really cool. That's super cool. Okay, so look. So I just put on the little nib here. So that's actually what you're going to be moving around. And let me scroll down to show you guys. So in the top viewport up here, this is the actual component that you're controlling. So when you slide this up or down or side to side or whatever, it's going to open up that radio menu that you see on the top viewport up there. But it's actually going to open it up on your screen, around your cursor when you're actually editing. And so you're just gonna slide it up or in any of the directions that like have the tools that you want, and by like simply letting go, it'll take that last position as the tool that you want to select, and when you let go, it'll select that tool. And like I said, that menu, that radial menu up there is going to change based on which app that you have. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll actually put maybe like a small icon of the app, like maybe in the center of that radial menu, or like somewhere around there, just to remind you like which app it currently understands to be like the one in focus. But yeah, so that's that joystick. And what's cool about it is that because it's rubber, it feels like you can tilt it a little bit. So you really do get that like kind of that 3D sensation, but in reality, it's just doing like planar motion, so like 2D motion. But it's cool that you get a bit of that flex to it. It does allow you to be like a bit more rough while you're scrolling around, and you really get the sense that you're scrubbing or scrolling something, which is really cool. And plus, you can have seven different tools literally right at the touch of your finger. And remember, like you can take that two unit keycap that by default is placed on these two keys over here and move them, for instance, over here or over here, so you can have a 2 unit keycap over here, so that you can literally press down that 2 unit keycap and use the joystick and then get another set of functions, because it'll be, for instance, like you can have it mapped so that when you hold down your 2 unit keycap, that it temporarily switches you to another layer, and then you can use the joystick, so you can get an additional seven tools on that radial menu when you hold down, for instance, like a modifier key. So there's like literally tons of stuff that you can map this product to, like the micro to. All right, so let's continue with the build here. Ooh, okay. All right, so we have the new frame. So this is the solid aluminum. So this is CNC'd as well. So it's a solid aluminum black frame. So it's aluminum and then it's anodized black, and it's like that jet black look. Yeah, so that's gonna sit right on top. I think we need some bumpers. We got some screws here. I think we need some bumpers. When Mattia designed this, I'm pretty sure he put, it might be a little hard to see. Oh no, you can get it with the light there. Hold on, if I hold it like this, you might. Yeah, you can see there's a little slot here. That's for the, I'm pretty sure there's like a bumper that we need to put in so it like locks it in place. I guess I can always test it. Maybe it doesn't need the bumper anymore. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I don't think it needs the bumper. I don't think it needs the bumpers anymore. Yeah, so it's just a press fit. So you can just like press fit that on. And during the assembly, that's what the workers are going to do. They're going to get the polycarbonate cores separate from the aluminum frames, because obviously this one is CNC, the other one isn't, and also it's completely different materials as well. So they do that separately. So you can imagine if we just like keep stacking the CNC processes on top of each other, it's going to take forever to make one of these. So that's why we're looking at doing maybe the core in the center, injection molded, just because it'll be faster to produce. Plus, they actually might be able to CNC the top shell or the bumper here plus the bottom shell at the same time, potentially, and that could save quite a bit of time as well. Legendary Wizard on YouTube asks, will you be selling replacement joystick pads for when they wear down? Yeah, I could see us having some replacement ones. I mean, like these nibs are going to be injection molded, so like obviously we have to pay for the mold for these things, which will be expensive, but the actual components themselves won't be that bad. So yeah, we can totally order a bunch of them extra and then just have them in the store in case people want to get a renewal on it. We went for like a little hit marker. I don't know if that's gonna come out on camera, but we went for like a little hit marker pattern in the center. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but yeah. So if that wears down, yeah, you'll be able to get a replacement. Ooh, okay, so here we go. I'm starting to see this thing all coming together here. That's pretty dope. All right, so we got the anti-slip ring too on the bottom. Man, we got a lot of PCBs in this. They just gave us like a ton of PCBs. I don't know how many I ordered. All right, and then what's all this? Oh, cool. Okay, here we go. So, for those of you that don't know, the Creator Micro 2, also known as the Framer Micro, comes in two different models. So on the website that I have up there, currently you're seeing the Pro version, but you can also get the base version, which comes with this full polycarbonate frame. So it doesn't have the anodized aluminum. To it, and it's not wireless, but it does have this frame instead. And so like if you're really big on like the full RGB look, or you want something more like the Creator Micro that you see here, this one over here, that's how it's gonna look. So this frame for the base model will have that kind of look. So like more fun, more playful, while the Pro version, it has a more serious tone to it. You still get the RGB, but it's more tame. You know what I mean? It's more like, hey guys, we're going to a fancy party. We got to dress up a little bit. This is more like black tie, and this one's more house party. So yeah, so you can pick one based on the particular look that you're going for. I'm thinking we will sell these polycarbonate frames separately for the people that want the wireless version, which is the Pro version, but also want kind of the more house party look to it. So I'm thinking we will sell these ones separately, but I don't have them up in the store at the moment. All right, so we got some more questions here. Is the Core on Instagram asks, is the radial menu going to be customizable, like adding custom commands for other software? For sure, it's going to be customizable. So if I just like scroll down a little bit, you're going to see this is an example of what your radial menu could look like. So you can put in your own icons in here as your reminder. And then the actual like text of like what that action will be displayed in the center. So like as you kind of like scrub around on your device, it will move the highlighted like wedge to show you what you're selected on, and it'll also say the name of whatever you've given it in input in the center. So yeah, so like if I just kind of put this over here and kind of go like that, so you can see that what the action will be. And I don't have the anti-slip ring on there, but we're gonna put it in a minute, and we're gonna do a test of how well it sits on the table. All right, so that concludes box number 1. I think that's a pretty successful box, guys. Like we got pretty much all the samples in it. I'm wondering what's in the second box. We could screw this down and where's the anti-slip ring? I had that there. Okay, hold on. So let's go check this out. Remove this, flip that. Well, we're gonna take this little tape off, flip this around. All right, so we're gonna apply the anti-slip ring here, and let's give it a slip test. Oh Christ, this is pretty sticky. All right. Nice, perfect. All right. right, so here you go. So you can see now this is the completed sample with the anti-slip ring on there. So yeah, look at that. There you go. Beautiful. Let's try the. Oh man, I'm moving my desk mat. I'm moving the desk mat before I move the device. That's great. Okay, let's screw this down. So this won't turn on, right? This won't turn on for the stream just because we don't have the firmware yet. And also I didn't screw in the the daughter board. I have the daughter board sitting over here. But I will screw in the top plate or the PCB on top so we can check how sturdy it is. Because I want to test if it slips around when you're moving the joystick. Because like obviously you're going to be one-handing that, and right now like I don't have anything screwed in, but the PCB's wobbling a little bit, so we need these 4 screws to get screwed in. Let me just turn around and grab my screwdriver. Alrighty. By the way, guys, if you have an order number and you haven't already put it into chat, throw it in chat. I'll hook you guys up with a free gift. And if you order on stream, I will do something extra special for you. I don't know what that is right now, but if you want to find out, throw an order number in. I'll do something extra special. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, I'm Mike. I'm one of the founders of Work Louder, and I'm answering all your questions today while building this prototype Framer Micro on stream. All right, here we go. Boom. 4 screws are in. This thing's solid. I actually don't have any keycaps like the originals that will fit on this, but I'm gonna grab some keycaps from the Nomad and try to put them on because I know those will actually fit. So yeah, so if I bring this up close for you guys, you can now see the Framer Micro in all its glory. Let's get a dial out here. So yeah, small difference here with the V2 dials as opposed to the V1s is there's this corner radius. So if I get it against the black, you'll see it there. It's actually rounded. It's actually a rounded corner. Like, yeah, it actually has like a nice little rounded corner radius to it, which if you're a stickler about that other stuff, matches up perfectly with the corner radius of all the keycaps and the PCB. So if you're a stickler for the corner radius stuff, we actually paid attention to that. So that one, so this dial it'll just fit right on top like that. So there you go. You can turn it like this. Let me go grab some keycaps from the Nomad and we'll throw some keycaps on this so you can see what it looks like, what it'll look like with the caps on. Alrighty, so I'm going to be stripping some keycaps from this 30% treasure type keyboard and putting them on the Framer Micro up here. Alright, so let's take the fun ones to start with. We got the asterisk, the copyright one. We got the eyeball, the smiley face, and North Star. Let's do those for sure. We'll do the impact one as well. We'll do the white impact. And then I guess we'll have to take the other ones as well. But all right, let's start by just putting some of these ones on. All right, North Star. North Star, I'm feeling here. White impact, I want to put at the bottom right down there. Let's put the smiley face next. We'll do the eyeball. We'll do the eyeball there. We'll do the asterisk right beside it. We'll put the C at the top. And same thing with the globe. Ooh, wait, no. Do I want to do it like that? Let's do it like this. This seems more fun. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Chat. I know what I'm going to do. Hold on. No. I have to keep it like this. This is better. All right. Now I need to know if I have enough keycaps to do this. I got something in mind. I don't want to ruin the surprise. But I got something in mind. All right, we need a W, an R, and a K. I don't know if you guys know where I'm going with this. Oh no, I'm missing an R. I'm missing an R. And we're gonna do work louder. I'm missing an R. Okay, whenever you're missing an R, just put an X. We're gonna do that for the substitute. Boom. So there you have it. Man, look at that. So you can actually use your Nomad keycaps on your Creator Micro, or on your Framer Micro, and this is literally what it will look like. So yeah, look at that. So I spelled out work louder in there, although I was missing another R. Oh, yeah, I was missing another R, so I just went with an X. But yeah, that's what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to look like. And so here, if I just compare it to the renders, where's the renders? Here we go. Go back. So yeah, so this is the physical product, what it actually looks like. And then we have the renders on the top screen there. Obviously, I have a different key set than the actual one we'll be using on the production model, and I don't have the blue publish button with me as well because we just haven't made the mold yet for it. But yeah, you can get it. You can get a feeling of what this thing actually looks like. And I have the frosted dial. So I do have the blue dial as well. But for this prototype build, I thought it would look super cool if we used the frosted dial that we had. So yeah, so this is what the blue dial looks like that. So it's solid. It's a solid color. And then this is what the frosted one looks like on there. Man, I know I made this product, guys, but I'm in love with it. Man, this thing looks fucking cool. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, this is the Framer Micro prototype with the Nomad key set on it. Man, this all blacked out look looks so cool. Wow. That's awesome. All right, so now that we have it, let's do a little joystick test to see if it's gonna bump it around a little bit. And I'll also answer some questions while I'm looking at the chat here. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to toss them into the chat. I'll be happy to answer. Whether it's about the product or about the company, about the story of the company, I'll be happy to answer all of it. So Lush Carter on Instagram asks, is the position still open? So yeah, so the position that we were looking for more streamers, yes, it's still open. It's going to be ongoing. So we're always going to be looking for new streamers. And honestly, it's a sick gig. It's work from home. It's $30 an hour US. There's no minimum streams that you need to do. But if you do stream more than 3 times, you get 50% off all Work Louder products. So that's a pretty sick perk alone. But yeah, you can find the application link to that in our broadcast channel. So if I just pull up Instagram and go there, you can find our broadcast channel. It's called Sneaky Peeks. And you click on that, you can find it. It's the last post over here. And there's a short link where you can apply there. So if I just bring that a little closer to the camera, it's in our broadcast channel. Right there, it's called Sneaky Peeks. You click that and you can apply to be one of our streamers. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, give you guys some ASMR. Let's do it. I don't like these switches are really silent, by the way. I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but okay, I'll shut up for a sec. So keep in mind that's like right beside the mic. I'm gonna do it from the table now. So yeah, so that's the sound test for the Framer Micro. These switches are the silent ones. So these ones are the ones where you're not gonna get fired at work if you have this in an open office setting. These ones will be good. All right, so we got Jack London tossed in an order number. Let's go. All right, 21,647. I think we're at 21,700 for the freshest order numbers. So if you guys have an order number on and you order on stream, definitely throw in your order number. I'll do something extra special, but for anyone that puts in their order number in general is going to get a free gift provided your order hasn't already been shipped yet. So Jack, if your order hasn't been shipped yet, you can expect an updated order after the stream. I'll add in your free gift. Thanks for the support, by the way. I really appreciate it. Legendary Wizard over on YouTube says, what is that other board you have on your desk that you pulled the keycaps from? So this over here is a 30% keyboard by another company called Treasure Types. They're like another small kind of keyboard company. Typically they're known for their 3x3 macro pad. But in the last, I think 2 years ago, they did a pre-order for this 30% keyboard. And I just loved it. I always wanted to get one of their 3x3s, but not to gloat, I already make my own macro pads. So I don't know, it seemed a bit redundant for that purpose. But for keyboards, you can never have enough keyboards. So I was like, I'm going to buy one of their keyboards. So I bought their brass edition. Honestly, this thing is CNC'd. It's made out of solid brass and you could kill somebody if you hit this. Like, some people keep bats in their room. Some people keep like a knife or a gun or whatever. All I need to do is keep this keyboard there. The thief will never see it coming. All right. So, Molten Core on Instagram just tossed in a 21.8 order number, which I know that's a new order number because I was under the impression 21.7 was the freshest. So 21.8 for sure is. Let's go open up Shopify and check out what Core just bought. All right, let's go. All right, Core. All right, what did you get? You got the dial. Of course you got the dial. So what Core just bought was one of the dials for the Framer Micro 2. He got the atomic purple dial. So that one you can see on the top screen up there. He got the purple one. So what we're gonna do for core is we're gonna add in another dial. Dude, which dial do you want? I'll toss in another dial for you, another dial color. Let's see. All right, so you bought 2 atomic purple dials. Sweet. Yeah, man. Just let me know which other dials you want, and I'll toss that in. I'll add it to your order. All right, so we had jacks that we covered. Okay, we got cores now too. And by the way, guys, Molten Core is an Italian friend of mine, and Mattia's, and he makes really sick cables. Actually, most of the cables that I have in the office are from Core. It's not in this setup, it's in my other setup over there. I got this like atomic purple cable from him, and I'm pretty sure this cable is like the, try not to fuck up my whole stream, but I'm pretty sure this one that I'm using right now to stream with is like this like really like fat boy cable, which I really like. And he makes really good quality cables, guys. So if you're looking for a custom cable, go check out his Instagram page. It's Molten Core. He's actually in our chat on stream right now, so you can just tap into that if you want to check out some custom cables. But yeah, to answer your question, Wiz, this one's the 30% here. I'll go to full screen here for a sec. This one's the 30% from Treasure Types. It's not a cheap keyboard. Don't let the small size fool you. I think I paid $745 for this one. And it didn't come with switches or keycaps. So just prepare yourself if you're expecting a cheaper price because it's a smaller board. Certified over on X is asking about the WOMP challenge. So yeah, that's a good question. So we haven't announced the winners yet for it. The reason why I do air quotes for it is because we actually aren't going to pick the winners. It's going to be the community that picks the winners. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to post, I have to ask Soph, who's our social media manager, to confirm that with me. But I'm pretty sure we're going to post a carousel that's going to have it's going to have four submissions for the contest. So we've picked our favorite top 3 that we think will be able to dethrone Mattia from the title of top designer for the keycaps, for the artisan keycaps. So for those of you that aren't aware of this challenge that we're doing, we put a bet out to the whole community that said, we bet you $1,000 that you can't beat our head of design at his own game. And so our head of design is my co-founder, Mattia. And Mattia is going to design an artisan keycap, a low-profile artisan keycap. And we've been receiving submissions. I think actually submissions closed, when was it? I think it was May 28th, so just at the end of last month. And we received, I think 600 people asked to join the contest. I think we received 75 submissions. And so of those people that submitted, we're going to pick our favorite top 3 that we think will beat Mattia's, because Mattia doesn't get to see the submissions. We've kept those hidden from him. And we're going to put those all into a carousel. We're going to standardize the renders. So after Mattia has done his submission, we're going to ask Mattia to standardize all of the keycaps in the environments and all that, so that individually they all are placed and positioned the same. So everyone's getting judged on the design, not the composition or how fancy their render came out or any of that. And then you guys, the community, are the ones that are going to vote for the best design. And whoever wins that vote is going to win $1,000. So for certified asking over on X, we haven't yet posted that carousel yet, but it'll be over on Instagram, and we should be posting it either this week or early next week. Core over on Instagram says, so whoever wins will take Mattia's position. Not quite, not quite. Honestly, I don't know if you want his position. It's quite high stress. Mattia is the one that designs all of our products. So all of the stuff that you end up seeing us put out, he's the one that designs all of that and makes it ready for production. So this board, the Nomad that you're seeing here, Mattia designed this completely from scratch. So this one's my personal build. This is the Atomic Nomad with the MX Alpha Day key set. So the Day key set is the white key set that you're seeing here, and it comes with the orange accent that you see there as well. So if you're interested in getting this particular build, I think we still have the transparent top shells in there. As like an add-on. We're sold out of the pre-built version, but we do sell other pre-built versions in a different colorway, and we have a promo going on now where if you order a Nomad, you can get an additional top shell for free, and normally those top shells are $100. So you get essentially two colorways for the price of one, which is a sick deal. That's actually what we did, I believe, for our Black Friday deal. So you're actually getting a Black Friday deal in the middle of summer. I should call it our Die Hard deal. If you get the reference, good for you. but yeah, for those of you, I feel bad. For those of you that don't get the reference, Die Hard was released in like July, but it's actually a Christmas movie. So people call it a Christmas movie, even though it was released during the summer. So that's the joke. If you didn't get it. All right. So Certified over on X says, whoa, Mattia's an artist, hard to beat him. Well, I mean, we're offering $1,000, right? So like, it kind of has to be a little bit hard as a challenge. So yeah, we want people to bring out the big guns for this. All right, so we got some questions going on here. Tina over on Instagram says, work louder. I like the proprietary control your solution has. Thank you. Yeah, we spent quite a bit of time making input, which I can show you guys. I'll open it up. So what you guys see on your top screen over here is input booting up. So we actually just released a new update, which I hope doesn't clown me on the live, which it should be able to connect wirelessly to the computer, like in terms of like being able to remap it. So previously you need to plug it in. So it actually is working here. It's just asking me which profile I want to keep, the one on the computer or the one on the keyboard. So I'll select the one on the keyboard. So this is our proprietary software where you can remap all of your stuff. I'll just temporarily throw this onto the bottom screen here. So that you can see it a little bit closer, because honestly, we did a lot of work in the actions and multi-actions tab. So I know that there's the chat on Instagram, so I don't want to block that too much. So I'll position it over here. And yeah, you can see I have a new version of input ready to download, but I'll download that after. So like if I want to go and edit one of my shortcuts, you can actually see it here. And so if I didn't have this download button, you would actually also see the record button. So you could actually record your macros or your shortcuts without having to, go in and individually, pick out the letters and stuff like that. Although you can do it if you want. Recording it is just way easier. It's faster. But yeah, and then so you can see over here, it's actually updating my board as we speak. And I can save it, and then I can essentially assign any of these shortcuts to any of the buttons that you see over here. And it's really, really simple. It's really, really simple to remap them. So like, let's say I want to remap, for instance, my command key down here. I'll move my little window. I want to remap this command key to something else, like, I don't know, maybe I want to make it my hotkey for my smiley faces. So I'll click that, boom. You can see that the label has changed. You can see that my board is updating now. And if I just check what the edit is for that, it should be the right thing. So if I pull up a notepad, or actually I can just go here and click that key, Yeah. So here so on the top viewport on the stream, you can see this was the key that I just remapped. And so now when I press that key, you can see it's opening up my emoji menu because that was the shortcut that I mapped for it. So you can imagine, like, you can map all of these buttons to whatever you want. Actually, I have this button normally mapped as my emoji button. So yeah, so you can see when I click this button as well, it's doing that. Also notice that I'm using the keyboard Bluetooth right now. Notice how fast that's going through. So like if I move my hand into view there, you can see how fast that's actually coming through. It's literally instantaneous. Our CTO, our chief technical officer, Davide, who's also an Italian. Our whole team's Italian. That was not on purpose, by the way. Just the way that it came out. He's done some really great work on our firmware, especially with the Bluetooth latency. Our latest update not only increased the battery size for the Nomad, but it also made the Bluetooth connection super, super snappy and super quick. So those of you guys that have a Nomad, make sure you update it to your latest firmware, because honestly, you'll see some huge improvements right away. Okay, so OX on Instagram asks, and Figma, probably referring to the Figma Micro if we have that back in stock. The answer is no. Actually, the Figma Micro is sold out permanently. Yeah, we did a collab with Figma last year, and it blew up. And I was telling everyone, I'm like, guys, our collabs are all limited edition. So if you like a collab, definitely pre-order it when you can, because when they sell out, they're out for good. So that also applies to the Framer Micro. So the Micro that you're seeing us unbox the prototype on stream today, this one is also a limited edition, and it will sell out and it will not come back in stock. So yeah, to give you guys an idea of the batch size of these limited edition runs, it's usually like around 1,000. So we do like really small batches of these things. And yeah, so if you like it and you want to get one before they sell out, yeah, well, you can't say I didn't warn you. Also, if you buy on stream and you throw in your order number into chat, I'll hook you up with a free gift. So yeah, if you do buy, make sure you toss in your order number. All right, let's check out some more of these questions here. Alexander over on Instagram says, my order is order. I can't wait to receive it. I don't know if maybe the chat messed up your order number, but Alexander, I didn't. Okay, there you go. I got your order number. Okay, dude, nice. Let's go. Okay, and wait, that's a 21.8 number. So that means you must have just ordered. Let's go. All right. Okay, shout out to France. Nice. Hey man, how's it going in France? Oh, I'm recognizing the name also might be a female name. So my bad. If your display picture is really, really tiny, I can't tell maybe if I'm giving the wrong pronouns here. Sorry if I'm doing the wrong pronouns. But regardless of pronouns, I will add a free gift. Okay, so since you're ordering on stream, I'll give you the choice. I'll either add in two dials for you of your choice, because I noticed you already have the clear one in there, which is a sick choice, because I have the clear one on stream here, and I'm loving this one. This one's gonna look awesome. Awesome. You already get the blue dial included. So you got the transparent one. I'll hook you up with some other ones. I'll hook you up with two since you ordered on stream. What do you want? Just let me know in chat. I can hook you up with two of the dials, or I can give you a desk mat. Your choice. Any of the desk mats that we have in stock, I'll hook you up with that one either. I'll keep an eye out for your message in chat, and yeah, I'll hook you up with whatever you want. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. I'll put that there. Can you layer the keys? Leo on Instagram asks, can you layer the keys? For sure you can layer the keys. So by default, hold on, I lost my stream viewport here. All right. So yes, so the micro over here on the bottom viewport already has these little LEDs here. It has these LEDs to indicate which layer you're currently on. And so that will change. So you can actually tap it. You can actually tap the little F to change your layers, and it's going to cycle the LEDs to show you which one you're on. But also it will automatically change layers based on the software that you're using. So like if you're in Framer, it will take your Framer layer that you've associated to the app, and it'll automatically change what the keys do, including the radial menu. So if I bring back our top cam here that shows the radial menu, it will automatically change what you have mapped here. So like we'll have presets and stuff like that, so you guys can get rolling like right out of the gate. But you'll be able to customize these menus exactly how you like them. So like if you want to change the icons here, you'll be able to do that. You'll also be able to change like the names of like the label that you have for it. And that will also, all of this will change based on which app you're using. All right, so Alexander over on Instagram says, yeah, my girlfriend ordered it for me. Dude, you have an awesome girlfriend ordering you this kind of stuff. That's sweet. So cool. She got the Figma one. Oh man, dude, yeah, that's sick. Actually, so for those of you that haven't seen the Figma Micro, I'll go pull one out for you guys so you can see it. Ooh, and I'll even show you guys. I'll show you guys something extra special, so that you know that I'm the founder. So this is the Figma Micro. So you can see the two side by side here. So the Framer Micro, which is the all black version that you're seeing here, this is the V2. The Figma one is the Figma Micro is the V1 Micro. So the V1 is not wireless, and it also does not work with input. So the V2 actually gets a lot of great benefits and features right out of the gate, simply because it's wireless and it works with input. It means like you can map this thing way easier than it would be to map the Figma one, the Figma Micro, because the Figma Micro uses a free software that we kind of had to use back in the day because we were too poor to be able to do our own development. So we were using Via, which is a free configurator to map this. I can do some ASMR to show you guys the difference between the silent and clicky version. All right, so the Framer Micro over on the left here is the silent version. The Figma Micro over on the right here is the clicky version. So here, I'll do a little sound test. We're gonna do silent first. All right, so that's the silent version. Now we're gonna do the clicky version. So I don't know how well that comes out on stream. I don't have the best ASMR setup, especially because this is on the desk and blah blah blah. All you audiophiles are gonna tell me all the things that I'm doing wrong, But yeah, so that's the sound test. So we do offer the Framer Micro in a clicky version as well as a silent version. So coming over to the Figma Micro, I'm going to point out some differences here with the Framer Micro. So keep in mind the Figma Micro is the V1 and the Framer Micro over here is the V2. They look pretty similar because honestly, the form factor was a slam dunk. People really liked the form factor and the aesthetic of it. So for the V2, we wanted to keep that original DNA and not change it too much. I'll kind of like walk through some of the main differences here. It doesn't look like there's a lot, but I promise you there's a lot. So in no particular order, we took the original layer key, which you can see over here with the three LEDs, and we moved that over onto the left-hand side. Now, the reason why we did that was because when people were using this, when people were using the micro, their hand would often sit like this. And for me, I always keep my thumb hooked around the outside screw so that I don't touch the touch sensor. Although not everyone has that instinct or the knowledge of if they keep it there, it won't activate the touch sensor. But a lot of people were putting their thumb here, which was then activating your layer touch sensor, which would then change your layers and be kind of annoying. So what we did is we actually took that touch sensor and then moved it over onto the left, which is what you end up seeing over here. So I'll turn the camera a little bit like that so you can kind of see it. And yeah, so that's where we put the new layer touch sensor. So now when you're using it, you can see you can use this as maybe like a modifier key or something, whatever you want over there. And you know that when you press it, it's going to be very intentional. There's not going to be any accidental key presses. Likewise, your layer key is now kind of occluded by your hand. But if you're using the macro pad as intended, you're never going to worry about your palm accidentally touching your layer key and changing your layers accidentally. So that's like a little thing about where the layer key is. Instead of the layer key, we actually put a physical switch. So what that means for all you CAD designers out there is that now you have that 3x3 grid. So if you wanted to emulate your numpad for all your viewports, now you can do that now that you have that 3x3 grid. And while I have the little screenshot going on up the top here, you can see that there's this big blue publish button. So that big blue publish button is a 2U keycap that you can actually split into 2 single unit keycaps for the layout that I have over here, where you have those two keys instead of the big one. So you can get that extra key if you need it. Additionally, that 2-unit keycap can be placed anywhere on the board. So if you want like where I have the W and the L as the 2-unit, you could actually take that 2U, move it up here, and have that be the 2-unit keycap. And then within input, you'll just tell it like, okay, this is actually a unique key now. And then you'll be able to map it as a unique key. So yeah, pretty sweet functionality that the original the frame or the original micro over here, so the Figma micro doesn't have. So you can actually do that 2-unit swap over there. Moving on to where the dials are placed. So over here you can see I got the black dial on the Figma micro up at the top right. On the V2 micro, we've moved it to the top left. Mainly because we've seen so many people like to scrub and scroll with the micro that having it over here you can do it. It's fine. There's nothing super wrong with that. But you kind of end up hovering over all of these keys, and I don't know. It's easier for us to use the joystick with an index than with like a ring finger or pinky finger. So we kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We moved it over to the left so that way you can rest your hand on your desk and just scroll like this with your index and thumb really easily, and not needing to kind of hover or worry about accidentally pressing keys with your hand. So you can just rest it like that. And then additionally, now it's really easy to move the joystick. And by the way, look at that. I'm really moving this thing. And apart from like you're seeing a bit of wobble because of how hard I'm moving it here, it's not shifting or moving the desk mat or the desk at all. Like the anti-slip ring on the bottom works really well. And in part because it's got so much weight to it. This thing weighs as much as probably some of your guys' keyboards actually, because of all the CNC'd aluminum. So this bumper that you're seeing here is solid aluminum that's anodized black. Same thing with the ring on the bottom. So the ring over, or the base on the bottom here is solid aluminum. So with all that, you're getting a lot of weight to this thing. So this thing is really, like, I'm gonna shake my whole desk before I get this thing to slide. There you go. Now it's starting to slide. But yeah, all to say, this thing is going to stay really secure on your desk. So you don't need to worry about this thing sliding around. It's really got that heft to it. And that's actually one of the things that everyone always says when they unbox the Micro. They're surprised at how heavy it is. Even the V1, it had a nice anti-slip ring, and it had a solid block of aluminum as well. Notice that on the V1, we didn't have that extra support coming out from the base. So you can see on the V2, we have a wider kind of flare going on over here. It has this lip. That just gives it a bit more stability. It also adds like a design element. Like even if I plug this one in, because I don't have the firmware for it, it won't light up. It won't light up at the moment. But if and when it does, actually, I can show you. Yeah, you can see it in the renders on the top up here. Where is it? Yeah, it gives these really cool highlights. So I kind of like janked like a previous version of this together using a working circuit board from the V1. It didn't fit quite as well as obviously the proper circuit boards would fit, but it did give me an idea to see physically in reality how this polycarbonate lights up, and it really lights up exactly like the renders. So you end up getting like these nice highlights along the side and along the bottoms, which just looks super cool. I mean, it looks cool in the renders, but man, does it look cool in real life as well. So I'm really looking forward to you guys experiencing that for yourself. And so yeah, so when this one's plugged in, the V1's plugged in, it looks like that. So this one up here that you're seeing is the stock Creator Micro V1. The one over here is the Figma Micro, also a V1 Creator Micro, and then the V2 over there. All right, so let's see. Alex, I see you're talking with Core to pick to go with which one. So okay, so you want to go for purple? All right, I'll add purple to your order then. All right, guys. So we're if you toss your order number in chat, I will add a free gift for you. So we can see over here we got. I'm not gonna dox anyone. Yeah, I'm not gonna dox anyone. So this just shows the products. So over here you can see we got an order on stream for the Framer Micro with the clear dial. So I'm gonna add in a gift for our friend in France. All right, so he picked a purple dial, so we're gonna add that in on stream here. We're gonna do that live. All right. So we're gonna add in an atomic purple dial. He already has the clear version. So we're gonna add in the atomic purple and the atomic orange. All right, let's go. Add those ones in. Let's hit him with that sweet 100% discount. Let's go. Got that stream gift. Put in the little promo code. Add that. Okay. Boom. Done. That one's done. Second one in. 100 stream gift. Boom. Done. So you can see it there. The two dials added. We got the atomic purple, we got the atomic orange, and we got the transparent. So you guys can see what the transparent looks like on the stream right now, actually. So it looks like this. So this is the one Alex just picked up. So we're gonna save that order. So you can see there, $0 to pay. Boom, updated the order, and there you have it. Hold on, I don't want to dox. and there you have it. The two gifts added for free. So if you guys have an order number, be sure to drop it in. I'll add your order to my list, and if you order while we're on stream, I'll add it while we're on stream together. And you can pick which colors you want. So thanks, Alex. I appreciate it, man. You need to solder all the knobs instead of the keys on the frame. Cora says on Instagram. Yeah, man, that'd be pretty crazy. Although the keys are not hot swapped. So on the Micro, they're soldered in. On the Nomad, however, you can hot swap the keys out, but not for encoders. It's only for other keys. But yeah. All right. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? So Tom on Instagram asks, do you have an idea of when they may ship? So we're actually looking at the prototypes right now. So you can see like this, if I had the firmware, this would be a working prototype. And everything about this is pretty much production quality, aside from some of the injection molded parts that are currently 3D printed. We do that just to like test like the overall look and feel. For fit, it's not always exact because 3D printing isn't as exact as injection molding, but it gives us a good idea. So there's some parts on this that's 3D printed or resin printed. So like for instance, the dial over here is resin printed, but the actual dials that are injection molded look pretty similar. So this one's an injection molded one. You can see that this one has a bit more of a shine to it, as opposed to the 3D printed version. Also on the V2, we made the dials a little bit shorter than we did on the V1. Just like a bit more proportional in regards to that. But yeah, they look pretty similar, the frosted ones. For maybe some of the solid or opaque colors, they'll look a little bit different. But by different, I mean better. It'll only look better than the 3D printed ones. All right. So actually, I just realized we have a whole other box we didn't unbox yet. So now I'm starting to wonder what's in that other box. If we already have the prototype here, then what's in the other box? All right, let's go ahead and answer that question together. All right. I'm gonna have a sip of my energy drink here. Love that guru. If you guys know what guru is, you guys are real ones. You're probably Montrealers if you know what that is. All right, so in this apparently we have the V2, the Creator Micro V2 samples, which I'm confused because I thought we just opened the Creator Micro V2 samples. So maybe these will be extra parts. I don't know. Let's cut this open and find out. All right, I'll put that one over here. Give us a little bit of extra room. Tom says, oh yeah, sorry Tom, I forgot to actually answer your question. Yeah, will they ship? For sure they're going to ship before Christmas. We're aiming for the end of summer. Probably will finish the batch end of August, early September. So that's when I'm thinking the batch will be ready to be shipped out. It'll be end of the summer, probably around end of August. Molten Core says on Instagram, Clavier sent you a board in the other box. Bro, Clavier does not have the best track record of getting packages to people. But no, it's not a Clavier thing. So I think this is actually just more samples. I think these are more samples of the same stuff. I think it's exactly what we just opened. It's just a duplicate. So we needed lots of samples. Yeah, we needed, this one has the cable coming out already and it's not fully screwed together. Oh, I see what the difference is. Okay, so on the one that we just, okay, so that's what the labels were. So they had labels on them over here with handwritten labels. I didn't understand what the labels were, but now that I've opened up the other one, I get it. So we have the two different samples. So the first one that we opened was what's known as PC or polycarbonate. And then the second one is PMMA or polymethyl metacrillate, I believe it's called. Polymethyl metacrillate. Yeah, polymethyl metacrillate. Maybe it's acetate. I forget what the A is, but come on guys. I got 3 out of the 4 out of this this acronym, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so it's essentially, it'll almost look visually identical, but the feel is a little different. And sometimes you can actually get a different finish. So the PMMA is a little bit smoother. It's a little bit smoother than the polycarbonate, is what I'm realizing right off the bat. I don't know if that's entirely because of just the material or maybe some of the processing. But this one that we assembled here, this was polycarbonate, and then this one's PMMA. I know when I used to work at Swatch, the watch company, the surface of the glass, or like the glass on those watches was PMMA. And I know what's kind of cool about that material too is that if ever you scratch it, you can put like a little bit of like a polish paste on it and polish it, and just with the friction of rubbing like a micro fiber cloth and going like that, you can actually ever so slightly melt the top layer of the plastic and remove the scratches. So if you ever had a Swatch watch and the face is scratched, you can actually get it polished so that it looks brand new. And trust me, because I used to physically do that myself when I worked at Swatch. So that's pretty cool. So technically speaking, you would also be able to do the same thing if you got like a scratch or scuff on the edge of your micro. You could technically polish it and remove that scratch. But yeah, that was a little fun fact about your Swatch watch if you have one. But yeah, so okay, so looks like these samples are the same ones aside from the materials being slightly different. I'll just check. So yeah, that's what that little PC stands for. It stands for polycarbonate. Yeah, this one I can tell was CNC as well. So usually you can see what's known as the machine marks. And that's where you're gonna see the drill kind of going around, and you can actually follow the path that it took. I mean, you probably won't know where it starts or finish, but I mean, if you understand the process a little bit, I guess you could probably guess. But yeah, I can see the machine marks on there. I don't think you'll be able to see that on stream. But yeah, so this is CNC'd polycarbonate as opposed to CNC'd PMMA or polymethyl methacrylate. Yeah, looks really nice though. So yeah, so on the bottom here, I'll just talk a little bit about the bottom again. So this base plate is a solid aluminum, or solid aluminum that's CNC, and then the text that you see along the ring there, that is laser etched. So essentially how it works is it comes out silver, everything's silver, and I have an example of that over here. So yeah, so it comes out silver like you see this one, and then we use a process called anodization, which essentially uses, like, if I just kind of boil it down, it uses electricity to electrify the metal, and it essentially pulls the color, and it actually adheres it to the metal, and it makes the metal that color. And yeah, it gives it very uniform finish. It looks really great. So it makes it look like the metal was always black, but it's actually anodized, and that's what that process is. All right, and so it can come out black like you see this. And so the text that goes around the ring there, so it says "From louder minds to creative people," is actually the silver below the anodization layer. So by using a strong laser, you can actually etch off that coating, and then that's how you can end up seeing it like that. And it's really nice because you don't end up getting any smudging or any like blurring, because it's done by a laser. So it's extremely exact. It's extremely exact and comes out really nice. So yeah, some really great processes that we're using to make that product. Alrighty, so I think that's it for the samples. if you guys have any questions, feel free to add them in. Into chat. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have about the Framer Micro, which is what we built on stream today. So this is the Framer Micro, and it's a special launch edition of the Creator Micro V2. And the key set that you're seeing on it right now is the Nomad key set. So this is the MX Alpha Night key set. And it comes with all of these like really nifty, these really nifty novelty keycaps. So you can see I have it saying work louder on mine. But yeah, if you get that key, I mean, it comes with keycaps. It comes with a bunch of keycaps actually. It comes with icon keycaps and blank keycaps, so like all black, like you see on my V1 Micro over here. Oh man, I have some custom dials. I got some custom dials I can throw on this thing. Oh, let's go. Okay, hold on. I have a, I don't know if that, okay, it's gonna come off. So I got this artisan dial a while ago, but it's a tiny ghost. Look how cool that is. Is it going to focus? I don't know if it's going to focus. Yeah, look at that. It's a tiny ghost. Here, I think if I turn it around like that, you'll see it better. Look at that. So yeah, so the dial shaft on the Micro, it works with all types of D-shaped dials. So like if you have a D-shaped slot on the bottom of your dial tip, you can actually pull off the stock one, the stock dial, and you can throw on like custom 3D printed ones or other ones that you find on the market, like this little ghost one. Look how that looks so cool. So you can have like a little ghost as your dial. Hold on, I got some other ones too. I have some other ones that we made. All right. So this is like really, it's all of a sudden got pretty Halloween themed all of a sudden here. But I did a Deadfellas dial tip a while ago. So this one's a custom vinyl dial that we made for a collab that never happened in the end. But I think it looks super cool. So it's like a little zombie dial tip that will also fit on this. All right, let's see where we go. Here we go, like that. Check that out. So you can get like a little zombie on your macro pad as well. Like turn the head. But yeah, so like that's what I love about the Creator Micro is that it's such like a flexible product. Like you can customize this thing so many different ways and just make it really your own. So yeah, so if you guys purchase on stream today or you already have an order number, let me know. Toss your order number into chat and I will add some extra dials to your order. All right. HG over on TikTok is asking how much. So the Framer Micro, which is what we're selling currently, it comes in two versions. So here, let me flip back to here and go back to there. All right, so it comes with two versions, and I'll go like that. Let's see. Where's my mouse? Okay, there we are. So yeah, so you can get the Pro version. You can get the Pro version, which is like this. So that's the one that I've been showing on stream. So the Pro version is this one that you see on stream. Keep in mind that it actually comes with a blue dial, not this frosted one, although you can add that to your order. If you just scroll down a little bit, you can see there's this bar with the extra dials there. Yeah, you can add the clear, orange, atomic purple, white, or black to your order. So the one that I have on stream is this is the clear one, or like frosted. Technically it's frosted, but you get it. And so yeah, so the price for the Framer Micro, the Pro version, which is the wireless one, is $179. It's actually discounted because it's on pre-order right now. So if you pre-order, you get a $20 discount. So it when it goes full retail price, it'll be $199. But right now you can get it on pre-order for $179 instead. If $179 is too much for you, then you can get the wired version, which is our base model of the Framer Micro. So it still has all the same functionality of the Pro version, but it doesn't have the aluminum frame that you see here. So this anodized black aluminum frame, it won't have that. It'll have a polycarbonate, so a frosted polycarbonate frame. So that one you can see here. Oh, actually, hold on. I got the circuit boards now. I can demo this thing, show you guys what it really looks like. Here we go. Here we go. I'm not going to screw it in here just for the sake of showing you. So the base model has the polycarbonate frame, like you see like this. So it's also on the, where is it? There, that viewport. So yeah, on the bottom screen, so you can actually see it like that. So if you want to get the base model, this one's $149 on pre-order. When it goes on like full retail price, it'll be $159. So you still get a good discount getting it as a pre-order. Additionally, if you pick up the Framer Micro, which is the one that we're selling now, the one that we're showing on stream right here, it already comes with an icon key set, which is normally a $64 value. It comes with that for free. So this icon key set that I'm showing on the bottom, it comes with your 13 blank keycaps. So if you want like a fully blacked out look, like your full Batman style thing, you can get that with the fully blacked out keycaps. It also comes with an additional frosted keycap, which I think is sick. So like on my build currently, I have this white keycap that I stole from my Nomad build. So yeah, you can also use like keycaps from the Nomad key set or the even from the Knob key set. It'll also work on here. So I'm using the MX Alpha Night key set, so I'll show that in a sec. But I just want to focus on what actually comes with the product. So this full key set that you're seeing on stream here actually comes with your Micro. So normally it's an additional $64, but if you pre-order the Framer Micro, you're getting it for free. So yeah. And if you toss your order number in on stream, I'll also add an additional gift for you. All right. So we got some more questions here. Bay on Instagram is asking, hey Michael, I'm a 3D product designer. If I design a concept, will you share it on Work Louder? I'm not sure what your concept is. I mean, if it's cool and it's relevant enough to what we normally post, I think I can consider it. So yeah, definitely you can send it through on DMs and I'll have a look anyways. I answer all the DMs. So yeah. Maz Rude, you can just check on the website if you want to know the price. But yeah, like I was saying, it's $179 for the Pro model and then $149 for the base model. All right. What's it called? How much does it cost to make one of these? So Dose over on Instagram asked, how much does it cost for us to make one of these? Be honest. So honestly, I don't give our pricing out ever. I also don't give out our 3D models ever. It's not that I want to be like not transparent. It's just like that's kind of our business about what the margin is. So yeah, I mean, it's a fair margin. Keep in mind that these things are quite expensive to make. Like we don't make a lot, like we're making only in the thousands, as opposed to like some of like the bigger companies like Logitech or Corsair that are making these things in the hundreds of thousands. So yeah, so like you can always keep that in mind in the pricing. It's, I mean, it is what it is. It's a small batch, bespoke product. So you get what you pay for. Bree says you can just say you're broke. Lol. All right, so I'm just catching up on some of the comments here. Guys, keep in mind, if you have any questions, I'm the founder or one of the founders at Work Louder, and I'm happy to answer any of the questions that you have. Remember, be nice and respectful. I am a human and not a bot. So yeah, keep it cordial. All right, so we've seen this question already. But, all right, so man, I'm gonna butcher the names here, but Arafo97 on Instagram asked, I believe you already answered this question by showing how expensive making the mold is. So even if the mass production cost is lower, they need to recover their investment. Exactly. So yeah, it's even hard to just say like how much something costs, because at the end of the day, and I see this all the time on social, people like get all in their heads about like, oh, like how much does it cost to make and how much are you selling it for? Like, I can't tell you how lowbrow of a comment that is when you really wholeheartedly mean that somebody should sell the product that they made for something even remotely similar to what it costs to make. Because what it costs to make doesn't encompass the actual cost of the product. Because you have to account the actual time it takes for either you yourself or the other people that you're hiring to actually make this product. You have to account for the fact that the products don't sell themselves. So the price of the product also needs to factor in some amount for marketing. So I know no one likes the idea of like, oh, well, I'm paying a little bit for marketing. Otherwise, you would never know about the product because there wouldn't be any budget to sell it. So it has to factor in marketing costs as well. And then like you said, it also has to factor in the mold costs, right? So like there's molds that we need to make for the key sets. For all of the little components, the dials, all that, molds are very expensive to make, on top of the fact that they're very time consuming to make. And then forget the fact that you also have to actually produce it. So you need to pay the factory to actually make the molded pieces after they make the mold. And all of that stuff that I just mentioned all has to be factored into the price. So even if I told you like this thing costs $100 to make, like that $100 doesn't just factor in the physical, like it shouldn't at least factor in just the COGS or the cost of goods sold. It also needs to factor in all of the little things that go into that. Because otherwise you wouldn't be selling a profitable product and you would go out of business very quickly, which is what happens with a lot of Kickstarters. So you wonder why so many Kickstarters fail. It's because people get too wrapped up in trying to please the end consumer on price, and they'll go and price their product too cheap. And yes, it's great because the consumer can get the product for the lowest price possible. But what ends up happening is you end up not being able to support the product that you sold for that price. And so the product ends up not working because the company goes out of business and then can't support the software or doesn't update it anymore, and eventually it stops working. So that kind of thing happens all the time with Kickstarters or new brands that just kind of fold to the pressure of make it so cheap, like, oh, what, it needs to be cheaper. At the end of the day, the company needs to make money for you guys to be even able to buy these things in the first place. So at the end of the day, don't be so hard on the company trying to make money. It's the reason why we can put out products that people can buy in the first place. All right. Let's see. Yeah, guys, if you have order numbers, throw them in chat and I will add a free gift. I'm trying to catch up on some of the chat here. Let's see. Enjoy the... Yeah. Maz is saying, enjoy the lives, enjoy the live, folks. Really quality stuff. Thank you for showing up and being a part of it. I appreciate that. I don't. So Maz is also asking, at least knock it down to 125. No, I don't discount the products past the pre-order discount. Already, I think it's pretty generous giving a pre-order discount, or I think it's fair actually to give a pre-order discount. You guys are helping us out by pre-ordering before we do our batch. So the reason why that helps us is because it helps us know how large of a batch we need to make. So maybe you guys don't know, Work Louder is all like bootstrapped. It means that we everything that we make and do is all done essentially in-house, and we use our own money to do that. So we don't have any outside investors. There's no like VC or like private investor kind of pulling the strings. We take all the money that we make from the profit and then reinvest it into our product development, molds and all that. It's one of the reasons why we can iterate so fast and try different things, because we don't have anyone that we have to answer to other than our customers. So as long as you guys like what we're selling, we're going to keep making it. If you guys have complaints or issues with the product, guess what? We actually are in full control to fix that. And that's exactly what we do. Obviously, hardware is hard for a reason. You can't just push an update and fix something that's physical. So that's why we always try to do our best to make sure that the hardware itself is flawless when we put it out. And then if there's like maybe something in the software, we can actually always update that after the fact. And if there is something on the hardware side that maybe isn't ideal or whatever, or maybe, we get feedback saying, oh, I think I would have preferred it over on this side, or you guys doing that, we can always fix that in a future batch. And so that's so some of the things that you're seeing about the Framer Micro is some of that feedback that we received. So people said, they kept hitting the layer key. That was here. If I grab a V1 micro, so this is the Figma micro, people said, oh, well, when I'm using it, my hand's like this and my thumb sometimes hits the layer key and I switch layers. So actually in the V2, we swapped the layer key from the right hand side over here to the left hand side over here. So now when your hand's over it, you're not going to accidentally worry about touching that, because if I rotate it, you can see there's nothing even touching that part of the board, as opposed to when your hand's like this, your thumb might hit that switch since it was a touch sensor. So that's also why we changed this to a physical switch. So that way there's no accidental key presses. If you're gonna press that switch, you're gonna feel it and it's gonna be intentional when you press it. So that's like an example of some feedback that we took and implemented it. Additionally, with this switch, with the introduction of putting that switch in the bottom corner, we killed two birds with one stone, because another piece of feedback that we received was from industrial designers using this as their macro pad and wanted it to replace their numpad so that they could have, for instance, a more compact keyboard like what you see here, which is this one's the Nomad, the Atomic Nomad with the MX Alpha Day key set. So that's the white key set, because normally it comes with the black key set on top. So like for instance, some of these CAD designers want to use a more compact keyboard like this. For reference, guys, this is about the same size as a MacBook Pro keyboard. So if you were to put this physically on top of a MacBook Pro, it would be roughly the same size. And so, yeah, they want to be able to use this, but they're like, yeah, but I need that numpad. I can't let go of my current keyboard because I need that numpad over on the right. And so what we did with the Framer Micro is we added that key down here, which replaced the layer key, moving the layer key over here. And now you have that 3x3 grid. So you have that 3x3 grid that you can get over here. And that can actually be used as like a replacement numpad, which oftentimes they're either just using for data entry or for camera viewports. And either way, you get all of that over here. Bianca is asking over on Instagram, do you use artificial intelligence with your keyboard? No, we don't. Also, you don't need to spam. I'm always watching chat here, and I don't want to have to ban you for asking a question. But yeah, just don't spam. But yeah, we don't use artificial intelligence on the keyboard. Do we sell monitors? No, we don't sell monitors. At the moment, we sell keyboards and macro pads. We also sell desk mats and key sets. Ah, boy. Okay. All right. Sorry, dude. You're going to get blocked. All right. There you go. Blocked. I think you guys will still see them on Instagram, but at least I don't see them on my end anymore. Jari is asking when the Creator Board XL will be back in stock. We don't have a restock date for it yet, but it will come back in stock. it wasn't discontinued for lack of popularity. We just want to get all of our current product offering on with the new chipset that we have. I can actually show you what that new chip is. It's like a pretty beefy chip. I'll do this, close that, and show you guys over here. It's the ESP32. So it's this chip over here. We want to get all of our products onto this chip because this one will work with input. All right. I think Mattia needed to ask me something. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna give you guys the little BRB thing. There you go. All right, we're back. So Mattia himself has not seen the micro. Hey, Mattia, if you want to like lean in over here, you got. Oh. Well, you can put your face in there and say hi.
Hi guys.
Yeah. So that's Mattia. That's my co-founder. And he hasn't seen the Framer Micro here.
Yeah,
so
we just opened it.
Yeah, we literally just opened this guy. So I'm gonna switch spots with him so he can have a look. So you can hear from the industrial designer himself about it. So yeah, you want to keep it a little bit more centered there.
Okay. So now we are talking.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Now we are cooking. Yeah. Funny enough that everything is fitting at the first try. At the first run, everything is fitting properly. So that's pretty neat. Oh, okay.
Dude, the joystick feels. Oh yeah. It feels much more. It feels way better than I thought it was gonna feel.
No,
I thought we were gonna have to change the component.
100% because we just like we try like a tons of different kind of joysticks, but all of them feels a little off. We also try to put like a Nintendo Switch joystick on it. But the travel, everything feels a little off. But this one, so okay, at the exception of the component itself, that's this huge block here. All the
but dude, with the cap on,
sick. And also because it's a dual material. So what we try to do is you have like a XY like planar joystick, but with the rubber, it gives you like the feeling about like tilting. So it's very smooth, you can control and also the grip is working very well. And also fitting very well also the finger.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was saying. And that's the 3D printed
And
version.
this is just a 3D printed version.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah, we did like a nice job, I think.
Yeah, you did a nice job, man. Good job.
Good job. So no. And also like I love the new switches. I'm using them on my Nomad and they are my daily driver. Okay, that's sick.
So yeah, I wasn't sure how the ribbon cables
we
got over here.
So yeah. Okay, so this is just for demo purpose. We have like a nice ribbon cable here that. Because we have like the Pro.
There, you can move the creator board.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
So we have like Bluetooth and cable only, but still we still require like having two PCB on it. So you can see here like the USB port for charging and another little slot that we need to put like the on-off switch.
Oh yeah, that they put in this little baggie over here.
So you can see here. So this is like the daughter board. Let me try to zoom a little more here. So we have a daughter board that is bringing like all the power, and also we have the MCU on it. And to connect the two PCB, we have to put open a slot. I need to check like the is the way. Close it again. Okay.
So that ribbon cable, it's a dummy cable? Or is it
no, it's a working cable.
Oh,
it's just like I made just like a longer version just to run a little better for the prototype.
Right.
But what is gonna happen in here is we're gonna insert the battery, connect the battery under here on the connector, on the white connector. Then we're gonna place this on top and we're gonna screw it.
So they gave us the screws as well?
Yeah. And on top of that, we're gonna just assembly. Oh no, this is the old one. I can recognize this is the old cut.
Yeah, that's the old.
Yeah.
That's the old plate.
We have the
that's
new
one.
cut. So we go like
By the way,
this.
the PMMA material feels way better.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Also because the polycarbonate is easy to crack. So if we go thin like this, that's pretty thin, like a pretty thin design, it will crack easily than the PMMA that is a little more elastic.
Right.
And yeah, and in any case, the old Creator Micro was PMMI too.
Oh,
so
right.
yeah.
Yeah, it explains the feel, the texture and stuff.
Do you have like a screw so I can
Yeah,
literally
so
assemble?
the screws are all here.
Oh, that's nice.
Which you need a flathead or a Phillips?
I think a Philips.
A Phillips?
Oh, okay. So this is also like the first batch of the batteries. Honestly, yeah, because every time I look at an Apple product, I see like the black sleeve covering the batteries, and they feel me like maybe we have to go to that direction, like having like a Work Louder branded battery.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. So for the assembly, we just go in this. I think this is the last one we received.
That one probably not.
Oh, here we are. This is the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. Yeah, I mixed some of the old prototypes with the new ones.
No, that makes sense. That's okay. Yeah, because I can tell you that this is the new one, but because it's slotted properly inside.
Right.
So we're gonna place the battery. But I think that's.
Dude, can we get Kathy to customize the silk on the battery?
I think so, yeah, because
we should get our company values printed on the battery. We did that we put it on the PCB of the Nomad, but we should do it on the battery of this one.
Yeah, 100%. So let me check. So fun fact, guys, just because I'm playing with a battery right now. So we made like a tons of Noble 1 prototypes, and I ended up like soldering myself like this super ultra tiny component like in a hotbed with like a hot air soldering on top. And exactly this component here is like super tiny. You got like
one?
the black one. Is,
bring that.
It's the black one.
We need a banana for scale. Hold on.
Yeah, go
we
like
need give me a
dial for scale. No.
Give me something give me an iPhone. Okay. Here.
iPhone for scale.
iPhone for scale. Okay, this is a regular iPhone. This is a regular iPhone.
And the component is exactly the square.
This tiny black.
Yeah, that's like the power IC. That's the power IC that is driving all the power, charging, and blah blah blah. And it got like a 16 ball pin underneath, and I ended up soldering like
that
5 PCB by myself. And every time I was good on the soldering, but like the magic smoke when you so there is like this legend smoke. Yeah, there is like the magic smoke. So when the smoke come out from a component, it's not working anymore. And I will say, bro, I cannot be I know that I'm pretty good at soldering, even if it's so small. And at the end, I literally discovered that the polarity of the cable, they give me like 10 battery, and one out of 10, the polarity was inverted, and obviously I picked at 1. And I burned 4 PCB out of 5. I was so stressed. But yeah. And now I need to check the polarity too.
Yeah, don't burn them.
Yeah.
We just got the samples today.
How many samples we have?
We got a lot, actually. I think we got 5.
Okay, no magic smoke. So it's
no
fine.
magic smoke.
So we have the battery.
So Wiz on YouTube says, what's it called? Yeah, it's nice and sexy, but it also has a lot of shielding, which reduces the amount of charge that it can hold. Yeah, we actually were able to increase the battery to a 2100.
Yeah, 2100. So we started
2100. No, it's
at 2000.
2100.
Yeah. Because we started with 1900, but I was able to get 2100 milliampere. Let me check because I already recognized something. That the holes are too tiny. I don't know why, because there is always something from like with China. You get, yeah.
Are you sure it's too small? It's threading.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, because they made like the hole so thin. Okay, in any case, we can just like.
Mattia learned the Edison way.
I gonna.
Core, yeah, man, you got that right.
No worries. So they literally missed the. There's always one thing. So they made like everything at the first run, but there is one thing off, and I don't know how they changed the hole on the Gerber file, but in any case, this is just a demo. So luckily we are safe. So we placed the battery underneath, the PC, the daughterboard here. This is the wireless mode. The wired only mode is exactly the same, at the exception of the MCU. So in this case, the weight, the bottom weight is gonna be like almost double of the full weight because there is not a cutout for the battery. The PCB is gonna be a little cheaper to produce, so also for this one is gonna be cheaper, the final price. We always have, and it's gonna missing the on-off button because we don't need it. It's like you plug to give power. And the cable is gonna be shorter for sure, but how China put stickers on these things? That's cursed.
It's cursed.
So
we got a question from Setyo on Instagram saying, do you have a plan to make accessories for the Framer Micro or other products like a custom stand maybe? So that's a good question. So we don't have is it those ones, or she used those ones originally?
That's the funny part about China. So they give you like an option that is completely like not the option you asked, but they try. they try. So this is the good screw because you see that there is a little slot,
right?
And they go inside of the slot. Yeah. So this is like the overall assembly with the battery, the daughterboard. So there is a cutout for the MCU and the cable. And also you still have, of course now it's a little off, but you have like the Type-C cable, like
right in there.
Yeah. So, you can see here. That's perfect.
Nice.
And this is like the final assembly of the part. So can also maybe for a top-down view.
Or we can go full screen here. Check this out. Click that. Now you're in full screen mode.
Oh, perfect. Here.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
I need to get this reflector thing working out better. But sorry, to answer my little ADHD route took me away from the answer of that question. So about the accessories for the Framer Micro. So yeah, we already do have a few accessories. So for the dial tips, if I switch back to this mode and I pull that up, and I just pinch the mouse over here. I'm not on the right thing. Where's my mouse? So you can actually see, you can already purchase the dial tip accessories over here. But yeah, we'll be making most likely like a carrying case for it. We won't be making like a stand per se, mainly because the purpose of this product is for people to use it. So I don't quite see the purpose of making a stand for a product, especially something like a macro pad. For a keyboard, okay, maybe I get it. Like, you have a lot of keyboards, but yeah. Okay, let's see. We got some other questions here. Next work, Core says on Instagram, next work louder real. The manufacturer sent us 150K worth of macro pads in the wrong color. You know what?
No, please, no.
I really, really hope I never have to experience that kind of stress ever again, because that was not a good time.
Yeah, and it got totally unnecessary stress.
Yeah, that was like for free, all that stress. So yeah, no, hopefully we don't need to make a reel like that. Although it was pretty cool that we got to spin it into a limited edition.
Yeah.
All right, so Laro on Instagram asks, why didn't you make a custom FPC? Custom FPC?
Custom flat PC because how to say? So this is a pretty for this. First of all, for because how to say, I don't want to be like brutal, but like I know how like the manufacturer in China works. So I need something that is pretty like sturdy and also like easy to be handled. We already got like a very not so good experience with the Nomad manufacturing, not manufacturing, sorry, for the assembly. And I prefer like play very very safe and give like a very like sturdy elements parts to that need to be handled. And the only like fragile part in actually right now is just like a flat cable that is super cheap, and in this way we have a more stable and sturdy like a connection even for the USB cable, because there's gonna be a lot of plug in and plug out, and in this way we can just have two PCB that the price for the outer board is pretty like it's just the component, not the PCB itself. While if you do like a flexible PCB, there are a lot of more factor to keep in consideration, and that's why I just decided to go with an easy, simple. Also because I want to bring you to your attention something that is in my mind. Okay, the form factor is a little, it was built. The form factor is exactly this, and it was built for the Creator Micro. But think about the Creator lineup, the Creator board and the Creator board XL. They already using like a daughter board, and this is exactly a daughter board. So imagine like, okay, maybe I readapt this, but this is gonna be what is gonna can potentially like replace the daughter board on the Creator lineup and offer like a ESP32 full wireless and blah blah blah, even for the Creator lineup. So this is also like the way to go cross product, like a building for one and be able to readapt for all of the other products. And think about that, we also are cooking something extra that is like more related to the 3D world. So imagine like we already have the parts, even for like a do-it-yourself 3D kind of products. And we can also release, as we already with this one, we potentially already have all the parts for a do-it-yourself project. So this is like the cool kind of way that I really like from the for the creator lineup style that are pretty, you can evolve and adapt pretty easily. But in any case, I was able to do the fully assembly. So we have like I missed one part. Okay, I missed the on-off cap, like the on-off tiny, here we are, tiny switch. This is a SLA print, so it's not gonna be the final one. But this is like the clickable on-off button that go exactly here where's the cutout. But you have like the Type-C cable, and yeah, this is like the full pro build. And also it's pretty heavy because if I compare with the previous one that there is no battery, full CNC, so this is like a full weight of metal. I can tell you that yeah, is slightly more lightweight, but barely you can notice the difference. And also with this sleek black design, we like that go inside, because you can see that there's this kind of cut that go inside is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's got that what is that, chamfer?
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, you can see here on the top. And yeah, bro, that's
Pretty sweet.
They're
Dude,
pretty sweet.
we need to send. So we need to send one or two of these to. Davide.
If I'm not wrong, I made one for Framer just to give to Framer for the like a guilty pleasure.
right.
Pre-production unit. One for us and one for Davide. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so this is also like this is a first prototype. So I'm pretty happy with the overall result.
That's sick. Man, this
100%.
This one is sick though. Like if we go like
100%. The dial need to be shorter. We need to pick up a different angle.
Oh, you mean the encoder?
Yeah, the
stem.
encoder.
Yeah, because it's a little tall.
It should be it should be literally like. Sorry, I go to the opposite. It should be like this.
Right. Yeah. So it should be essentially at the height of the.
You remember
top shelf.
the wrong batch we received that we ordered for the creator board? That's exactly the one.
I have one of those.
Yeah. I wanna bring okay, there is a lot of mess here on the table right now. So this is gonna be the final cable. In any case, this is just for demo purpose. This is the full length, but we need to do like a reverse because we need to go upside down, but not only in this way, also like a crossing all the channels.
Oh, I noticed we got an order number in chat. Add over on Instagram.
Yeah, Cord. Yeah. You are right. As you come here, I gonna offer you a lounge. No worries.
All right, Ad. I'm gonna get your order number 21338. So I got that. Check after the stream. And I'll have that whole updated for you.
You are using which keyboard?
I'm using this. That's good. Perfect.
Also, that's pretty cool because this is the first time I see this little tiny component.
Yeah, that's the thing that sits beneath the.
Exactly. So
beneath the rubber thing.
Yeah, these go here. Oh.
No, it fits.
It fits.
Yeah, it's just there's an orientation to it. It's not a press. There's an orientation. You see how it's like it's kind of. No, you don't need to press hard.
No. I think that these.
Or maybe that one's messed up.
Yeah, I think that they adjusted.
A little tight.
Yeah. In any case, we made like this is the body. This is the stem body of the joystick. Okay, a little more easy. Oh, okay. And we made like a little rubber.
Hold on, need a little.
Okay. Sorry, guys. A dish of the shape. That this is rubber, so we're gonna combine the plastic and the rubber to give the kind of 3D movement of the tilting.
Yeah, that's what you guys see over here.
Exactly, because
on the top viewport, you can see it kind of moving around with the mouse. Yeah, that's what Mattia is showing you guys right now.
So you assemble by like press fit inside. Okay, it's pretty, and this is like a TPU 3D printer, so the elasticity is not gonna be the same. It's gonna be a little more softer, the original one, because it's silicone.
Yeah, you want me to do that? It was pretty tough, actually.
Yeah, you have to literally.
Yeah, I got it.
No, wait.
Oh, okay.
I should be able to use just.
I was worried that I was gonna break it originally because it's like 3D printed, you know.
Luckily, we purchased a 3D printer yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, just a little more. Okay, you pop it in. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Dave, it's pretty cool to hear Mattia talk about the designs, eh? So for those of you guys that don't know, Mattia is the actual industrial designer for Work Louder. He's also my co-founder. And so Mattia is the one that designs all of the products. So pretty much everything you see on my desk right now was designed by Mattia.
Where is it? Here. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I mean, like, it's very stealthy. Like, I'm a fan of the OG design, so nobody gonna hate me about that. But I prefer the full polycarbonate one. So this is literally like eye catching, and also is telling you, please use me, and you say, yeah, for sure I'm gonna use you. No worries, no worries at all. But yeah, and also this the new PCB. I need to do a little tweak, maybe. Oh, also another factor that you can see that is pretty is it seems that the frame is floating, because there is. I think it's gonna be pretty hard to see on the live, but there are no screw that is keeping in place the metal part. It's literally like just a press fit. So it seems that is like floating, and the light will be reflected inside and popped out from the top. So you're gonna see like all the glow up also from the border. That's another like kind of stylish factor for this model. And also I made like a little pinch here if you wanna remove it.
That one I don't know if...
I don't know who inserted it. I did insert it myself, so...
I don't know if it has also the rubber strips on the inside. That one, when I assembled it, it didn't need it in the end.
Okay.
This one's press fit.
Okay, perfect.
So you can try to open that. It doesn't rattle at all.
Bro, the fit is 100% like...
yeah, it's like solid.
I'm worried about breaking parts, so I keep it as is. Yeah, but I made like an easy way to install that. It's literally like just a press fit, and there is like no orientation, so also for the assembly it's gonna be like pretty easy to go through all the parts.
I think what's nice about even the notch to remove it is that if it does get like somehow like really damaged, we are able to just change out that part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like aside from that, just the detail itself looks cool.
Yeah.
Of like that little notch up there. I'll bring that a little closer to the camera.
Yeah, because
it's just like a nice little. It's like this. It's functionally it's meant so that you can pull off the aluminum frame in case it gets damaged, or maybe in the future we come out with a different color or something, and you want to change it. You'd be able to do that. But aside from that, it also just looks like a cool detail on the back.
Okay, and you can see here what I was referring before. Like this is the no.
That's the base model version.
I got what they made here. Okay, so they reduced the whole size and putting like a. They did it in reverse. They just made like a little rubber cone inside to tighten the hole and letting us screw. But yeah, this is the main difference. So there is no slot. There is no slot for the battery here, and this one without the MCU is gonna fit exactly the hole here. So we're gonna keep the same weight. No, sorry, the weight is gonna be like way more, but we're gonna keep the same PCB and like very like effortless for the assembly, because you just pop it in, screw, and you are okay. So yeah, pretty good.
So Ad's asking, what are some of the ways in which you've seen people physically customize the blank key sets on a micro? So we've seen a bunch of stuff. I think the coolest one that I've seen was a guy named Well Taro on Instagram. He did a test on one of the keycaps where essentially he did what's known as dye sublimation. So he put a blank keycap. He got a blank keycap. He put ink on the keycap, and then put it into his laser etching machine, but on a very, very low setting, and it essentially dyed the ink, or dyed the keycap with the ink exactly in the places where the laser went. And essentially what that did is it allowed him to create a legend on there without physically burning the keycap, but it just made the ink get absorbed into the plastic in those specific areas. And then when he wiped it, it left the design that he had. So I think that was the coolest like do-it-yourself keycap that I had seen, because it looked so professional even though it was done at home. So I think like those like DIY builds that people are gonna get are just gonna continue to get more and more sophisticated. But that being said, I mean, like we have, like in all of our key sets that we ship, we always put like some pretty cool artisan keycaps in there, or like some novelty keycaps. So like on this one, for instance, you can see like this is the key set from the Nomad. So that's why I have some of the letters in there. So you can see like all of the keycaps that you're seeing in here are keycaps that are included in the MX Alpha Night key set. So if I showed you on the website, where's my mouse? I go to accessories, keycaps, key set. So on the top viewport, you can see the key set. So this is the full thing, and these are some examples of what the builds that you can do look like. And they work on a bunch of different keyboards. It's not just work louder keyboards. It'll work on all MX keyboards, even if they're high profile. Like for instance,
oh yeah,
this treasure type keyboard is it uses high profile switches. And this is what it looks like on a high profile keyboard. You can see like the keycaps do. I'm getting a little crazy with the autofocus. You can see the keycaps don't cover the other sides, the sides of the switches, because it doesn't have a skirt essentially. But it still looks really cool on high profile builds. So this one's the MX Alpha Night key set, so it's the black keycaps. And those are exactly the ones that I pulled off and put onto the Framer Micro that I have here. So that's like one of the things, like what I'm really most excited about for all the new products that we're coming out with. We're really like starting to like get our groove and like figure out like, okay, like, I say like we're starting to get our groove. Yeah, like fucking 5 years. 5 years into it. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, in January, in this past January, Work Louder turned 4. So we're going on to hit our 5th year next January. But yeah, one of the things that we wanted to do was standardize all of our switches and our keycaps so that they could be used regardless of which product you have. Because currently the old Creator Micro, so the V1, you couldn't use the keycaps from the V1 on the Nomad and vice versa. But now, because the Framer Micro, which is our V2 Creator Micro, uses MX switches, and actually these are our custom switches. Hey, that might be hard to see on stream, but if you can maybe see it just above the stem, it actually says Work Louder in the model itself. Maybe if I flip it the other way, you can get maybe some of the light on that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But anyways, right above the stem on the up flat surface up there, on like the kind of milky white surface, it actually has Work Louder as a part of the top housing. So anyways, so we actually went through the hassle of making our own custom switches because we weren't happy with the ones that we got from Gatoron. They wobbled too much. The tolerances were all over the place. So you know what you said? we just put the gauntlet on ourselves and we said we'll do it ourselves. So that's what we did for the Knob one. We made our own custom switches, and then for the Framer Micro, we also went for our own custom switches.
I made it finally.
So those are the ones that are in there. But overall, man, this prototype, I think this is our best looking prototype that we got first shot.
Yeah.
Out of all the products that we made and all the prototypes that we did, considering this is a V1 prototype, we did the files, we sent it to the manufacturer, they made the prototypes and sent it back. This is that prototype. Normally you have to go through, like, I think for the Knob, man, how many revisions did we do on the Knob one?
Too much.
Too much. Way too much. Way too much. Yeah, I mean, like, finally we got it, but man, that was a crazy product to be doing.
No. Too many like variables to consider, and but no. So we are really happy with the final results, and also Yeah, no, we're gonna show it maybe in another stream.
Not that one
Not
we're gonna
today.
disassemble, but
Not
yeah,
today.
yeah, we got a knob that we're gonna show you on stream. I know how that sounds, guys. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Sorry.
But yeah, we're gonna show you the knob on stream. Maybe we'll do it on. Maybe we'll do it
It
on
will be
like
funny.
Wednesday.
It will be funny using like OnlyFans to show the knob, just for the memes, just for UK.
Yeah, just for the UK, we go to OnlyFans and do the launch on OnlyFans. But yeah, for those of you guys wondering, we were just talking about the Knob 1, which is this keyboard here. Absolute masterclass in motion design work. If you guys want to see the original renders that Ben did. So Ben is the designer that did the Knob 1. So if I go here and I just go knob.design. So yeah, so we worked with an artist, a 3D motion designer. His name's called Ben Fritz. And he designed the Knob 1. We're the ones that are manufacturing it and making essentially everything like production ready, because Ben just does the motion design. He also came up with the visual design for it, but Mattia over here was the one that needed to actually make it so that we could manufacture this thing.
Yeah, so all the industrial parts.
Yeah, and Ben did a fantastic job with the motion work for this. If you haven't seen the renders that we did for the Knob 1, definitely check them out. Especially if you're an Apple fan, you can definitely get the Apple inspired vibe from that. All right, Legendary says on YouTube, some British people were saying really funny things about Ben on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, listen, we did the market research. He named it Knob not because he didn't know what it means in the UK. If anything, he leaned into it. And it actually went really viral on Twitter when we first launched it, due to the name. Like, there were so many Brits like roasting us for the name, and it went super viral on Twitter because of that. Wizards also asking on YouTube, how's the side-to-side wiggle with the new switches, by the way? There's absolutely no wiggle.
Literally, it's crazy. Oh, you can bring also mine. You have...
Yeah. Here, I'll switch it to a wired mode so you can...
No, there is no wiggle at all.
No,
There's
man.
nothing.
So keep in mind, this is the prototype build of the Nomad. But there's like literally the stem. So I have the new switches in my prototype build as well. The stem here, I can actually show you with this.
Oh yeah, take that.
This. The stem on these switches, they're so sturdy. Like, so actually there's essentially like a stabilizing bar over here on the opposite side, and then over here and over here. So it creates like a kind of like a hit marker stabilizing rail system in this. And so this switch, it only goes up and down. There's no side to side wiggle with this switch. When with Gatoron switches, you can take it and visibly see the stem jiggling side to side, because it only has 2 points of stabilization. But on the new switches that we made, there's 4 points of stabilization, and so that makes that stem incredibly stable. Those of you wondering why Wiz is asking about that, is because on the original Nomad with the Gatoron switches, some of the switches ended up having quite a bit of wiggle because the tolerances, there's a range in which they say it's acceptable, and some of those switches had those wiggles. So for our future batches and for the Framer Micro, for the Knob 1, all of that, we just said, screw it, we're gonna make and use our own switches. And so that's exactly what we did here. So now we finally have full control over the switch quality, full control over the software, because we make our own software now as well. We don't have to deal with VIA anymore. It just took such a long time to get to that level, because it takes so much money and just time in the market to first of all, like even know what you need to make better. And then second, the cost. Like it costs so much money. Like when you do a custom switch, they expect you to order switches in hundreds of thousands. Like imagine, like this is not like your small little batch. Like they want you to order hundreds of thousands of switches.
For this to arrive at the final price, the MOQ is 2 million. So just to let you know, like about like reaching the MOQ for the switches. So yeah, you cannot just go there asking for like a pack of switches.
But that being said, because we had to order so many switches, and because it's our own custom switch, we're going to be selling them on our website. So if you want to upgrade your Nomad with the new switches, or if you just want to use our low profile switches in one of your future builds, you'll be able to use that. They use the same footprint as the Gatoron switches.
Yeah, exactly.
So any board that you have that has low profile Gatoron switches switches will work with them as well.
Exactly.
So that's like Newfie, low free. Actually, I don't know about low free, but Newfie uses Gatoron switches.
Yeah, exactly.
So our switches will work in those boards as well. And low free, I'm pretty sure uses Chalk or Kyle switches.
The low free is like a chalk.
Oh, so for those of you, some random on Instagram. That's the username, by the way. I'm not just saying some random, but random over on Instagram asks, for those that are not in the know, what MOQ means. It means minimum order quantity, exactly. Dave says, when are those going to be available? So I'm assuming you're talking about the switches. So the switches, I don't know when we're going to actually put them up on the website, but I would say this summer. If you're really interested in them, you can always send the Instagram page a DM. I'll see if I can get you an early set.
Yeah. Also because we have the silent version, that's the regular linear version, but we are making the clicky version. We are also making the clicky version of them.
Yeah.
And it comes with a orange stem, just for for a better color visualization of the switches.
Oh, we have a couple order numbers in chat here. Okay, so TC over on Instagram, I see you. 21-3-41. Okay, I'm gonna add it on my phone just because it'll be a little more simple for us. Okay, where's that order number? Okay, so it's 21-3-41. Okay, sweet. So if your order hasn't shipped yet, I'll add in a gift for you. All right, we also got Mitchell Boyce over on Instagram. Yo, what up? I see you there, 21-6-86. Mitchell, I think your order already shipped though, because I can see your next comment, which is great. Thank you. I'll see what I can do for you for the gift. All right. So yeah, if your order has shipped already, I can't add in a gift because it's already out. But generally speaking, the bigger your order is, the better the gift. So Mitchell, I'm gonna check after stream to see what I can do for your order. Mitchell also says, if anyone's still on the fence about purchasing a keyboard, I'm here to say you should do it. My keyboard exceeded all of my expectations and I couldn't be happier.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I believe Mitchell is referring to the Nomad. So yeah. That's this one that I have over here. I'd have to go and check what build he got. But here I'll throw the Nomad on screen. So we go down to Nomad.
And also I want to bring attention for who maybe is guessing, because we are low in the stock. We are low in the stock for the regular ANSI. And let me check. Sorry, Mike. We are low in the stocks for Atomic Graphite and Atomic. They are sold out, and they are ANSI version US. keep in mind one thing that even if the English, French, German, Nordic, Italian, Spanish, they are ISO, okay, and they are almost all of them are sold out at the exception of the French. Okay, we have the top shelf that comes for free. But for like every US guys that maybe are wondering like about like having maybe we can do something crazy like you can use the keyboard in ISO US. That's like the compromise about having an ISO layout, but fully compatible with the international ISO, and in the key set, in the full key set, we like the day and night, the layout of the MX day, MX night, that's ANSI ISO international. So it's not like ISO any kind of language. So the key set will let you guys using the Nomad in any kind of ISO, any kind, it's just one, sorry, in the ISO international layout. So I don't know, maybe we can try like offering a little for every like American use that they need like a ISO international, maybe we can do like a little extra in the order.
Yeah, I mean already if you guys order any of the colorways for the Nomad, so right now we have the chalk, which is this one that you see on screen over here. So it's the white, it's the fully white version. So that's another one, and then we have the atomic purple, which is this one. So the atomic purple in stock. If you get either one of those ones, you can actually add a top shell totally free. So normally it's $100, but we're offering them free of charge at the moment. So you can add a top shell to your cart for free with the purchase of any of the Nomad colorways. So if you do that, definitely toss your order number into chat, because we'll hook you up with a free gift on top of your free gift that comes with your Nomad. And because that's a big purchase, because it's a keyboard, I'll make sure that it's a big gift that comes with it too. All right, guys, so we're gonna answer a couple more questions here, and then we need to bounce because it's dinner time and also bath time for the kids.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Matthew over on Instagram asking, joining this late, can this work with Adobe Fresco, Lightroom, Photoshop, Illustrator, and on iPad OS compatibility? Answer is yes to all the questions. So it works with all the Adobe software, and it works on iPad as well. You can use it wired or wireless. So yeah, hope that helps, Matthew. All right. Let's see. We got time for a couple more questions. All right. Ooh, we got an order just came in. We got an order. Oh, man, I gotta put my volume on.
Yeah. Go.
I
give you the sweets.
I gotta put my volume on. I love to hear the pa-ching when it comes in on stream. That's a code. There you go. All right. So, if the person who just ordered and they're in chat right now, throw your order number in, man. I'd love to hook you up with something for free. All right. So yeah, like I said, a few more minutes here for a couple more questions. So Legendary Wizard on YouTube asks, "Oh, Mattia, while you're here and available to talk, are you able to send that render with the keycap sizes in Discord?"
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I gotta do a zap.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, eh?
The rubber is giving like a nice feeling.
Yeah. So Hussein asks, a new batch with a bit more of an upgrade would be nice. So the Nomad V2 that we're working on.
Yeah.
That one's gonna come with a bunch of upgrades, although it won't come with a free top shell. So you can choose. So the Nomad V2, we haven't released it yet for pre-order, because we want to finish our landing page first and finish the renders with that. But that one's going to be shipping late Q4, so it'll ship like around Christmas time. If you want to get a Nomad now, you can get the ones that we have in stock, plus you'll get the free top shell along with it. And then a lot of what comes with the V2 Nomad can also be purchased separately to upgrade your V1 Nomad. Wizard on YouTube asks, is there going to be a white option for the Work Louder branded V2? Yeah, that's a good question. So typically we save the white colorways for collabs because it's like always very sought after, and people really like that. So we save the white ones for our collabs. So you won't see a stock one anytime soon, but you might see a collab one in the near future. All right, let's see. All right, so we got Jerry over on Instagram coming through with a 21.8 order. That one must be an on-stream order. That has to be one. Yo, if that's an on-stream order, you let me know and you get to pick your gift. So let me check what that is here. Hold on. 21.8 has to be. It has to be. All right, let's go look. We'll end on the high note, guys. We'll end on the high note with that. Oh, there you go. On stream order. Okay. All right. So by the way, Jerry, I'm abridging the name because I don't fully know how to say the full name. I hope that that's not offensive or anything. But thanks a lot for the on-stream order. Really appreciate that. So let's see what you got. Man, you must have bought a Knob 1 with this one. Yeah, you did. All right. So because it's an on-stream order, I got you right here. I'm gonna let you pick your gift. All right. So let's open up the accessories. So that's the Knob 1's pretty much the most expensive thing that we sell. So you can have any of the desk mats. You can have any of the desk mats, or you can get a carry case like this. I'll hook you up with any of the desk mats or a carry case, whichever one you prefer. Just let me know in chat and I'll add that to your order free of charge. If you want the most expensive desk mat, it's our $70 one. That's the floppy desk mat. So that's this one here. This is a limited edition collab that we did with an artist in Thailand. He's a one-man shop. He does all of these by hand. He's sick though. He's actually sick. Some of my favorite desk mats come from Floppy Processor, and he doesn't ship internationally anymore. But we do have the floppy mats in stock. We also have the Miracle desk mat collab. So that's this. Hold on. Let me swap to the. Pull that and then push that. There you go. So we got the Miracle desk mat collab. So this is actually the Work Louder logo, but it's like a little underwater kind of like town, like a night market. So yeah. So we have this one that you can get, or the. Where is it? The carry case. There it is. So I can hook you up with that. Actually, you know what? Because it's an on-stream order, I'm also gonna open up the key sets. So you got a knob. You got a Knob 1. You know what? I'm gonna really reward the on-stream one. So I'll give you any of the key sets too. So if the desk mats aren't for you, if the carry case is not for you. Have a look at the MX Alpha key sets. So I can give you the white, which is the day version, or I can give you the night version. So I'm pretty sure I can also show you what that looks like. Okay, yeah. So if you're on the website and you scroll down on the MX Alpha day/night key set, I'm looking at towards the bottom for the gallery. On the left over here, you can see what the MX Alpha Night key set will look like on your Knob 1, and you can see what the MX Alpha Day key set will look like on your Knob 1. Because you bought on stream, I'll throw in the key set. I know it's more expensive than what I would normally put into an order, but because it's an on stream purchase, I'm gonna hook you up for real on that one. So yeah, if you can't decide on stream, no stress at all. Just send me a DM. I answer all the DMs on IG, and you can take some time to decide too on that. So no stress, man. But thank you so much for the order. We really appreciate it. All right, give you the night key set. Done deal. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, chat. All right, we're gonna end on the high note here. All right, we're gonna pull that. We're gonna pull that. We're gonna not dox. We're gonna not dox anyone. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's edit the order. Edit. We're gonna add a product. All right, here we go. So we're in Shopify here. We're gonna add the night key set. Boom. $75 value. Add that. And now we're gonna add the magic discount with the 100% off. All right, stream gift. We're gonna add in a little emoji like that. Boom. There you go. There you go. Well, if that's gonna focus here. There you go. 100% off, $0. Where's that camera? There you go. $0. We're gonna update your order. Boom, updated. That's for you, sir. Thank you very much for your patronage. All right, guys. So on that note, we're going to end the stream. All right, we got one last question here. When can I expect this to come in? So we're in production. We're in production on the Knob ones. On Wednesday, I'm going to do a stream of like a full like tear down and build of the Knob one, so you can actually see it and hear it live on stream. In terms of when it's shipping, it's looking like July at the moment. So next month, we're in production. If I'm being really honest, we had a power draw issue on our circuit board that was causing like power to kind of just leak, essentially, like in the metaphorical term of that. There was no like physical leak. It was just it's just like losing power for some reason. So we needed to find that error on the circuit board and fix that before we could put the circuit boards into production. But all the other stuff is in production. And I can show you what the pre-production build looks like. It's fantastic. So I'm really, really happy with that. But yeah, you'll be able to get it this summer for sure. We're just fixing that last minute problem that we discovered. But all right, guys. So that's it. That's it for today. If you guys liked the stream, I'm happy you guys did. If you didn't, let me know in the DMs. I'd love the feedback. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for being here. And I'll talk to you guys later this week. All right. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.